gentlemen, the show is about to start in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we got our girl in the building with us. I'm gonna bring on up here. We got that girl Spryte up in the building.
Hi guys.
Spryte, what's up?
What's going on?
Girl, you got me.
I didn't know if you guys could hear me. I got my new mic. I'm like, does this thing work? No.
It works. We can hear you. We can hear you. We got Spryte up in the building, y'all.
Nice chick, one.
Okay, that's right. Look, she coming here, shoulder all out.
I know.
Shred-
I just got a new shirt like a week ago. I was like, I don't even know where to wear this. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm my interview because I work in like sweatpants and a hoodie, you know.
Girl, do you,
That's right,
baby, do
that's right.
you.
I like to be comfortable.
Mhm.
Do you.
Yep.
You.
I love it.
So we are so glad to have you on here. We don't have Mr. Dot with us today, so it's a women thing because we got Spryte
Nice.
the MC in the building.
So nice.
Yes. So she already told everybody Miss Shay gonna ask her to spit something off the dome.
I know. I was like, you know what? They're probably gonna ask me to freestyle because that's like my forte, man. I'm 40 years old. I've been doing this for 30 years, and it started in the ciphers. You know what I'm saying? Like I was the only white kid on the north side of Milwaukee, you know, and the boys would sit there and smoke a blunt, be like, hey, yo, man, I'm tripping. Let me sit some more, get my spliff, let me do with this hoe. And I'd be like sitting there and listening, right? And then finally after 4 months, I was like, man, let me spit. And they're like, what you gonna talk about, Cracker? And I got called Cracker for years and years and years because these men always call me Cracker. And I was like, I'm gonna go. And I just loved it. I loved it, you know. I'm sitting with Shay, stay ready, Kelly, McKee. She got me let me get so ready, get the blunt, get the weed. But I got to say a little freestyle on the mic for Saturday. You know, just I love wordplay like that.
Yeah.
What's going on right now?
You know what I'm saying? And she not no saltine cracker, baby. She a Ritz. That's some good butter crackers.
I got that. Oh, dude, Josh Coulter's in the building last night. He won. Oh my gosh, girl, April Hill's in the building. Last night, I don't know if you guys, I couldn't do the interview last night because Jay's Fire had track of the month. It was a huge competition, and it was Lex Lethal against Ty the Tyrant against Joe Sue, and then Josh Coulter came in and he won it all. And I was like, oh, so it was just. It's one of those things where your heart's like, no, you know, because you have to vote for your favorite artist. And like 5 of my top 20 underground artists are in that competition last night. It was heart-wrenching for me. You guys, I had a hard time. But you guys were talking about Eddie Murphy before and Richard Pryor before Backstage.
Yeah, we were talking about how we led into that. Spryte was we were talking about the special that had just happened with Dave Chappelle. So you know that was something that just came out on Netflix and everybody was watching it, and it was some controversy behind it. But what we were talking about is, you know, you have comedians like Richard Pryor, you know, Eddie Murphy. When you go and you hear comedians are telling a story. They're telling it from their point of view. So if you're getting their own opinion, their personal opinion, their personal view of the way things are in the world. Some people may take offense of it.
We can hear you.
I know. It may be a little racy, you know, but at the same time, that's what comedians do. They speak those truths that people,
and that's why it's so funny,
right?
Because they speak in the truth. Like I always said, if I was a stand-up comic, I'd talk about my mom because, whoa, I could pull hours of material off that woman. She come in the kitchen, you know, why are you wrapping in the screwdriver? Because you ain't black, put it away. Emcee, what you mean? How come I'm in the principal's up? Dude, I'd walk down the hallway in 7th grade. Beastie Boys, Paul Revere just came out, and I had my dad bought me a screwdriver at Fleet Farm, so I could practice my mic control, right? I'm like 10 years old, and I'm walking down the hallway like, hey, yo, I got my girl Nicole on the left. We walking to math class. Mr. Sheedy, why you looking at me nasty? You know, I'd narrate the whole walk to the class, and I get so much trouble. My mom got called in the principal office and would be like, look, She can't rap in school about everything. My mom's like, Mary, can you stop rapping in school? I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. I want to do it. And it was so funny. My first battle, I was 15 years old and I lost. But at 16 and a half, I won and I started winning and I kept winning. And then I already knew what they were coming at me with because I'm a female in the hip hop world in 1988 and 1990. You know what I'm saying? So it was real easy. I'm going to, hey, yo, bitch, suck my dick. Okay, you're going to say that. Okay, girl, get down. I'm going to twist you up and, and it's like, what? Come on. All you got to do is degrade me sexually. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Give me the mic, That's
it. That's what's
right.
It was fun. It was fun.
Back in the day, too.
You were rapping on a screwdriver.
Yes, I had a screwdriver. I had a little screwdriver I carried around. And I rapped on it, and I loved it. I did. You guys remember B-side cassettes?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They had the song on one side, but the instrumental on the other.
Yep.
That's right there.
That's nice, chick. One, don't own the rights. Don't own the rights.
But for those of you who are listening in, we are live on live365.com/Atara Radio Show. So we are live. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitter. So we are live with one of the queens that we got on the tower, Spryte the Emcee.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Man. Girl, you got me thirsty right now.
I love doing hip hop. And you know what? I never claim to be the best rapper, but I have fun doing it. And I've got a catalog of over 100 some songs. And it's just fun to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to represent the culture. And until the Beastie Boys, Salt and Pepper came out, I was like, oh my gosh, I can be a rapper. There's girl rappers. Because my first thing with my dad's like, you can't be a rapper. You're not a boy. You're not a black boy. But then Salt and Pepper came out. Now I'm a girl. Well, you're a white girl. Well, it doesn't matter. And then Beastie Boys came out. I'm like, well, there's white boys. No, can't do it. And by the time I was 20, it was so ingrained in me that I was going to do hip hop as I didn't have Spryte yet. I wasn't called Spryte till I was 22. So I was just married K, MK. People call me MK. And it was funny when you guys remember Rainbow Bright?
Yeah.
Okay, you know that little white Spryte? She had that little white crazy motherfucker. Wow, you know her? That's where it came from. My friend Justin was like, you know what, Mary, you remind me of that little spray on Rainbow Bright. I was like, what? And Dave looked at Justin and went, oh my God, Emcee Spryte. I'm like, no, I'm not getting named after a soda. No, it ain't happening. Here I am 20 years later.
That is awesome.
That is amazing. So, Spryte, how long have you really, man? But before I ask you this, y'all got to check out that video. She plays Poison Ivy in
Catwoman, yeah,
man.
Yeah, I had fun with that. My girl Kim W, we've been friends 15, 20 years. She's my makeup artist. She did Catwoman first, right? And then we filmed it, and she's like, go wash your freaking face. I'm like, what? She goes, go ahead, Spryte, wash your freaking face off. I just spent 40 minutes on you. We did 20 minutes of filming. Go wash your face. So I went and washed my face. And it looked so good. And then I was Poison Ivy, and it looked so good.
She did that. She killed that.
Did you guys see it? It's on YouTube, man. Dynamic music.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Will? What it do? So, Spryte, so you've been doing this for how many years?
35. I started rapping when I was 8 years old.
Wow.
How do you know?
But I didn't record until I was 20. I didn't record until I was 20. I didn't write till I was 19, 20. I was a battle rapper. I rapped on street corners, in bars, in clubs, on in parking lots. Wherever there was a circle, I was poking my nose and like, hey, yo, what's up, y'all? Like,
wow.
Who the hell is this girl?
Okay, that's what's up.
And
how do you know
I love it.
You know what I'm saying?
So
how you know you rapping at the age of 8? You know,
because my dad and my mom got divorced, right? When I was 8 years old, my parents got divorced. My dad picked us up that first weekend with Run DMC Raising Hell. And he played, now Peter Piper picked peppers and Run Rock Rhyme. Humpty Dumpty fell down. And he was quick for them as back, act that, OJ's dick. The first rap I memorized. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard that, I went, I want to do that. My dad's like, what? I'm going to do that. And that's it. Run DMC Raising that song. I was 8 years old, and I remember it in the car. It was a Buick.
Album, I'm telling you, that was my favorite album.
Your dad.
That's why.
Giving you that start.
My dad, and then he bought me Tone Loc, and I got into Tone Loc, Funky Comodina, and then was Grandmaster Flash, and then you know what I'm saying? It just kept going.
She naming that good music.
Yes.
Thank you,
And
Dad.
when they was rapping, they wasn't talking about digging in nobody's booty hole or they cooch.
No. And like I had to open for the Yin Yang twins, and they like 5'2", 5'3". These short mofos, right? Real short. They jump out the limo. I'm like, man, y'all short as hell. And they were like, who the fuck is this bitch? And I was like, hey, yo, it's Spryte, man. What's up? And they were like, oh yeah, we saw Spirit on the flyer. I'm like, not Spirit, Spryte. That's pure what, man. You guys linguistics. You guys are wordplay to the windows, to the walls. I mean, seriously, that's all you got. I was real cocky because I was, 27, 28, whatever.
Right.
But my manager at the time, he looked at me and goes, Spryte, shut the fuck up. I'm like, what? He goes, man, I'm like, what? What? Like, they like, what? I mean, I wasn't a fan, but whatever. They were cool.
Right.
I really wanted to open up for Missy Elliott that weekend, and they picked two other local acts, and I ended up opening for the Yin Yang twins. I was like, man, this is bullshit.
Oh, that is good. That's what's up.
Nah, I was upset.
You got a catalog on you.
Yes, girl.
Yeah, I've had a lot of good journeys with my music. It's been fun. Like, in my 20s and 30s, I cruised around the Midwest and got to open with Atmosphere, Slug from Atmosphere in Minneapolis. They're great guys. Brother Ali is amazing. Anthony's amazing. They're amazing guys. And, it's always been underground for me. Like, I think I was 28 or 29. Me and Mike, my DJ Mike from Illinois, went out to California. We talked to the label, and they wanted to give me a 3-album deal. But two first albums, they were going to write everything. And I said, no. And they said, we're going to ghostwrite and market you and package you. I'm like, man, I'm not a fucking product. No. And my Mike was like, take the money, do it. It's a $30,000 sign-on bonus. Take the 30 grand. Let's do this. You can write your third album. I'm like, if they write 2 albums, they can have me saying anything for 2 albums. That's 20 songs. I could be not me.
Yes.
Right.
And I didn't do it. And I probably should have, maybe. I don't know, but I'm glad I did, and I don't care. So whatever,
That's good. So you're with the label now, right?
Just it's an independent label out of Canada. My friend King Canada has got like 5 artists. I had been with a previous label, Lost Voice Music, for 7 years, but 5 of those 7 years I was at Penn State getting my master's degree, so I wasn't recording. Then I do my comeback album in 2021, which is this year, but I fired Lost Voice in June, and in August, me and Sean started talking. He's like, let's do a 1-album deal, and he sent me the contract, and I looked at it, sent it to my guy. He looked at it, sent me back. He's like, they're asking for masters and copyrights. I'm like, yeah, that's out. They're not getting them. Right. So I called them and said, okay, we're taking that out. You got 30% here. You get 10%. And this is how we're going to do this. And it's a 1-album thing. And I wanted it because I've always felt most comfortable with the crew, but I've always led the crew, kind of like, I threw the parties. I was the promoter. Right. I took the action to make things happen. I stirred the pot, so to say. Right. So I needed a crew, and Bring the Bars offered me a group of guys that I thought would stand by me and get behind me and help me and promote me. So I wasn't doing it alone because I've been gone for 5 years, doing the college thing. Right. So it was hopefully, and so I handpicked like 72 artists. I scanned Facebook and watched underground rappers for a year and a half. And I picked about 70 of them that I liked: Triple Stack, Obi-Wan, Jazz Jaleel, Chris Nonsense, Ty the Tyrant, Josu, all these guys I just handpicked. And then I promote what I like. And if they like me, hopefully they promote me back. But if they don't, they don't. Guys don't share my music. It's not, I don't expect it. It doesn't happen. It's a rarity that the men will share my music. So.
Wow, that's what's up. But sound like you really could have did it all by yourself on the
really.
Yeah. Like literally you did everything on your own, but I understand the pressure. You sound like you didn't want to deal with all the pressure.
It's just it's a lot to be your manager and your artist and the promoter. And like when I was touring back from age 24 to 27, me and Mike, we did probably, I think we did 62 shows 1 year, and there's 52 weekends in a year. So we did a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a Thursday and a Saturday. And we were hopping from Denver to Las Vegas to Minneapolis to Ames, Iowa. We were cruising around, and it was fun. I loved it, but I was doing everything. I was setting up the contracts. I was contacting the venues. I was selling myself. Yeah. I did a lot of the footwork.
And I think is it because you want to make sure that you maintain full control of everything.
Absolutely. I'm a woman and an Aquarius.
Right.
So I have to have control. And that's why when Shay was talking, and I did get my beat by the other way. So the girl did send me the beat. It is all good.
It's all good. Cool.
So I got it. But now I'm dealing with another guy in Peru that I bought a 200 pounds, was like $250. I bought an exclusive from him he sent it to me and said, "Here's your leased beat, and it's good for this." And I said, "No. I've never leased a beat ever in 20 years. I've never leased a beat. Everything is mine. I own it."
Talk about that.
And he messages me back and said, "No, you said you wanted to lease it for 200 pounds." I said, "No, honey. How much more do you need for an exclusive?" And he just won't answer me. It's been 17 days now, and he just won't answer. Every day I Instagram message him and I email him through my email, and both parties he's not answering either. So I'm gonna get my guy also.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, all these shady producers, stop doing that.
Okay, right.
I know.
Stop doing that.
If I need beats, so I mean, I'm going through Westy in the UK and Genesis in America. So I'm international in the UK with Jay's Fire and James and all his help. And I'm gonna use Westy for the grime and the drill beats, and then I'm using Genesis out of Wisconsin for the hip hop and some grime beats. So.
Yes, right.
Do you guys want to know a fun fact about Spryte? I toured with a Jamaican band for a summer. I played the tambourine, man, the little ching ching, and I freestyled over like different reggae songs.
Okay. You're a jack of all trades from what it sounds like.
I was getting ready to say you're a true around the way girl. Like,
I love that song. Oh my God, is that LL Cool J, right?
Yeah. And I mean that in a way, not the way that he was presented, but in the way that you've been around, you did a lot of things and you have a lot of experience. That's what I mean by that.
So Spryte, we have a viewer in here, Will Smith. He says, "I got 6 really good producers, Spryte.
That make beats.
They make beats.
I always need beats, man. I need good beats. I picked up a Dirty Dozen, which is 13 for $1,000, all exclusive. So I was pretty happy with that. I got 13 for $1,000. Yeah. Oh, Will Smith and James Whitehead's here, and Naomi. Oh my gosh! Oh, you guys showed up. What's up? So yeah, I don't know. I like hip hop, but I'm really sad with where it's gone. Like I watch Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, and I'm like, who the hell is this? Is what the fuck? I'm like, do they write their own shit? Oh my God, they're like little Barbie dolls, and they do and say everything that I feel like there's puppet masters behind them, and I'm like, are they writing all this stuff? Is this all real stuff?
No, that's labels.
I know, and that's why I was so upset about. Yeah, that's why I was so upset with the deal in California when they were like, I was so stoked to go out there. They're playing for 2 tickets. Me and my DJ went out, and they warmed me up for like 15 minutes, and I said, "We're gonna write your first 2 albums, and your 3rd one is complete artist." I'm like, "Whoa, hold up, stop, rewind, what?" And I talk like that in real life. I talk like a record or a 808. I'm like, "Whoa, hold up, back up. What did you just say?" And the guy looked at me seriously, and Mike was like, "Mary, professionalism." I'm like, "Man, fuck professionalism. You want to put words in my mouth?
Yeah.
What the? And I was a scrapper. I was a fighter. I would like. I was a bad girl when I was younger, but I got better in my 20s. Like by 28, I was done being naughty.
Oh, yeah. Do you have kids? Do you have a
No. I'm single right now. I was in a relationship for 4 years, owned a house with a guy in Pennsylvania. It didn't work out. I've been single for about a year. I had a 5-month-old. His name was Caleb James. He passed away at 5 months. So I would have a 17-year-old, big, tall, little rapping Caleb, but no, I don't have any children. So
okay.
Can you imagine a mini me? Good Lord, Jesus knows better. It would be like, oh my gosh, it would be like, Will Smith, if you spell my name with an I, man, you know how much I paid for that Y to trademark it, man. I paid some money. I had to go up against Coca-Cola because they wouldn't give me the Spryte with an I, and then I got Spryte with a Y.
We're just thirsty, that's all.
It is really an honor though to have you on here, because I know when we first played your track, it was Pay Attention.
I just got the lyric video for that done 2 days ago. Jay's Fire, we just released it on October 7th, the lyric video for that. It's cool because I'm talking real fast, and we got me like in the booth head on, we got me from a side angle, and then we just got me performing the song with the lyric video, and I love it. I love that track.
Right. And I was like,
you guys wanted to work out to it.
Yes. I'm telling you. And when we heard, I was like, okay. Because at the time, when we started the tower, it was just like a lot of men submitted stuff. And then when I found out Spryte was a woman, I was like, yes, about time.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I've had guys tell me like that I've rhymed with for years come up to me and say, people only like you because you were a girl. I'm like, oh really? He's like, you ain't got no bars. I'm like, really? Okay, that's cool. How are you doing on iTunes? How many sales you got on iTunes? How many ringtones you sold on iTunes?
Okay.
What you talking about, man? I got like 700. I'm like, 700? Shit, that's awesome. Man, get to that 1,000, boy. And I'd walk away and Jenny be like, why don't you tell him? I'm like, gotta tell him shit.
Exactly. I ain't got the
Fuck
proof.
you, man. Oh, I had 7,400 downloads in 13 hours on my one song. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
99 cents a piece. Give the iTunes their 10 cents to give me my 70. Fuck you. So the boys can say what they want to say. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and
Okay.
they love it or hate it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shay, I always say every time, do you want me to be real or you want me to be real fake?
Yeah. Oh, you great. Don't worry.
Which
You
one?
know?
Because Spryte always say in the comments when she comes to the show, she be like, I need Miss Shay with me when I get ready to fight.
Yeah, because I've had two friends of mine. I got like me and these girls and these Native American guys. The girls got in a little fight, and there were 6 of them because they always come in a pack. You know what I'm saying? I got me and one white girl who's never fought before, and I get jumped, and she runs down towards Hardee's. Hey, my friend needs help. Girl, you better jump in and grab one of those girls off of me. She's running away from the fight. Hey, my girl needs help.
Wow.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Should have turned around and whooped her ass.
Okay.
For real. See, you bring me to a fight. We ain't talking. All the talking out the door. When I come to the fight, I'm gonna swing. It ain't no more talking.
If I get hit first by someone, it's like, this is my thing. I've physically started in my life probably 7 fights. 5 of them was a guy hit a girl and I saw it and I ran over and cold blocked me. 6 foot tall, 5 foot tall. I don't care. You hit a girl, I'm hitting you. 3 of the girls pressed charges. The other 2 were like, no, I love him. He didn't mean it, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, you got a black eye. The one dude, I broke his cheekbone, and the police were like, well, what you doing? I'm like, citizen's arrest. I had every right to hit him because he hit her. And the cop's like, no, you didn't. I'm like, yes, I did. He goes, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. He's like, it is not an eye for an eye. I'm like, well, then you don't read your Bible. Then because dude hit a girl. I mean, this girl was like 5 foot tall, and he was like 6'4", 270. I mean, big dude. And I'm like, 5'7", 160 pounds, 170 pounds. I'm solid, girl. I'll come at you. And the cop and me got in a huge argument about it. And I was like, man, I got in trouble. But I haven't been in a fight in 11 years, so I'm good. I'm in recovery.
She said I'm in recovery.
Well, now you fight for your lyrics. You fight for what you want now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where your fists come up, your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Fight with your lyrics. I love it. I love it.
And I have a few collabs coming out with Kevin Jackson and Ty the Tyrant. V.A. Savage, she's a producer. She's a female. My Fierce Females album coming out with V.A. Savage, Awkward Jazz, Diamond, That Girl Life. I mean, I got some heavy hitting women on this album. It's dropping in the springtime. It's going to be.
You stay ready, Kelly, to blow some lyrics on that, baby. I'm down.
Yes, Kelly, come through for a 16 for sure. I will set you up. I'll be like, so we got Steady Ready, Kelly. Yeah, I'll get you.
I can see you spitting, Kelly. I can see you spitting.
Yes.
Look at Miss Shay. Miss Shay.
Don't do the rain face on her. Don't give her the rain face.
Don't be hating on me because I'm finna be on
Spryte. No, girl, you gonna blow it. You gonna blow it, girl. Go on.
I would love if that would happen, because I think so they're like the men that I listen to every day, like my morning playlist, Ty the Tyrant, Lex Lethal, So Clutch. So Clutch has got a new album right now. Oh my gosh, called Insomnia. It's like 8-9 songs, cute and short, sweet, 26 minutes. Check it out on Spotify. I listen to Lex, I listen to Ty, I listen to So Clutch, I listen to Rustin right now. I was introduced to him 3 weeks ago. Does not have a bad song in his catalog. I'm like,
how you doing, Sean?
Hey, Sean. And I just who's Sean? Sean who? Oh, Sean Cunningham. That's So Clutch. That's So Clutch. He's the devil, and he always uses those devil emojis. Sean, I hear you. But like, I listen to that, and do you guys like the fast rap, or do you like the laid back chill? I
like it all. Let me tell you, I like it all, especially from where we're from. In Houston, Texas. We've had it all. We like it all. But really, everybody knows Houston for that laid back screw type of thing. So for us, that fast music is still. We like that too.
Because I sent in Lex Lethal to you guys, Frosty the Snowman. I'm sure I sent it in that first show. He's from Norway, and their accent, the way he can say things, makes it very fast how he can rap. And like with the Irish, like Ricky P, he can go fast and his accent, can change the words.
Is he faster than Twister and Busta Rhymes?
No, Twister's from Chicago. Me and Twister hung out in 96 and he quit. He quit. Because I met him back by a little cafe down on the north side. I was like, hey, yo, Twister, what's up? And he's like, what's up, girl? I was like, shit, how you doing? But back then my name wasn't Spryte, it was something else. It was something else.
And I'm so glad because we're getting all these submissions in. So to let everybody know what the Tower Radio
yes, bring some shows in.
When you submit music, you are already in the running for our award show. So we are having an award show. Spryte's already in the lineup with the women rappers.
Mm-hmm. When is that going to be? Anyway, when is the award show?
So the award show will be it'll be June of next year.
Okay.
So it's gonna be virtual. So we're gonna be live. So we're gonna be we have a staff that's gonna pick the winners. So none of the Tower crew is gonna pick the winners. We're not even involved.
Okay.
So it's gonna be other people. So people won't think, well, they're picking people that they like. So no, it's not us picking it. These are people that have never heard your music. They're gonna hear it for the first time. And from there, we're going to do that. And then we're going to, myself and Mr. Dot and some more of the team, we're going to pick maybe 5 people to perform live when we do it on the Zoom, because we're going to go live.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah,
I'd love to do that. I'd love to. I'll set up my thing in my backyard and be like, hey, yo. Actually, by then I might be in Europe. I'm trying to move to Europe, so I might be in Europe by then. I might not be there.
Yeah, so that's okay. Baby, we'll get down with them Europeans too.
I love UK Grime. I love it.
Yeah. Let's see. Open up for him.
When he was tongue twister, yeah.
Okay.
Well, and the thing with me was like Spryte the Emcee. I like on all platforms, you can only find me as a Spryte the Emcee. The reason being, Lost Voice Music, who I ended up firing a few months back, already registered me as Spryte with Spotify and Amazon, YouTube. So when I went to submit my music in June on my own, because I pulled everything off the net 5 years ago. I took all my music off the net, closed on my YouTube page, closed on my Facebook Spryte page. Spryte retired. Spryte was off the net. You couldn't find me anywhere.
Oh.
I just took it away. And my manager at the time, who's not my friend, my manager, I guess he's my manager. I don't know, whatever. He just helped me with shit. And he said to me, he's like, leave them wanting more. Take everything down. Well, within 2 weeks, I got emails like, hey, yo, man, you ain't on SoundCloud. Hey, yo, you ain't on YouTube. I'm like, yeah, I'm retired for a few years going to college. I'll see you in a couple of years. Then I came back. Now I'm back. So he already registered Spryte. So I told Spotify, I'm in an email argument with Spotify about, no, I'm Spryte. Me, Spryte. I'll send you my copyright, my trademark, my LLC, all my stuff. They're like, no, you can't use Spryte. You can use something else. I'm like, no, but I'm not something else. There's an issue here. So now it's Spryte the Emcee. So,
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a way around that, though.
What? Tell me, teach me, Shay. I'm like working on an email for Shay right now, like professional, like 3 paragraphs how to ask her to manage me, and I've rewritten it for her because I've been checking it, Shay. It's in my draft. It's coming.
No, so what you can do, and this is for any artist that's in here, anytime that you have a name, what you do, it depends on the state where you're from. Because I know here in Texas, all you have to do is DBA your name or LLC your name, and you send it to the copyright library.
Right.
When you send it there, it is yours. And all you do is give them updates. But I'll show you how to get around that.
Yeah, I have the USA, Australia, the United Kingdom, those 3, because each continent is a charge. It's like $600 to $900, pounds, whatever, per continent. And I always wanted to be active in Australia and the UK and
so let me
America.
ask you this.
So those 3.
Are you I think it's ISRC'd. Are you ISRC'd?
At the number that they gave me, or no? Because I've been with ASCAP since 2006, and then my code is my federal ID number or whatever for taxes.
No, this is a code that you use for sound exchange.
No.
We'll talk.
Okay. I'm gonna get so old.
We'll talk. Yeah, because I spoke about that in a workshop. So I did speak
only
about
$10, and I missed it because I was working.
Oh, yes, you say only $10. Yeah, so
$10.
That's the way you do that.
Well, my manager, I trained for 8 weeks. I moved from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin in August. And I moved here for a job as an assistant manager. Then I was getting promoted to general manager. So it was like a $6 an hour bump in pay. It was pretty good with a little bonus here and there. I was like, okay, I'm good at this 65, 70,000 a year doing my music. Right. Well, after 8 weeks, I go in, my schedule was changed next week to 40 hours. And I looked at Dan. I said, why am I on 40 hours? I work 50 hours a week. I'm trained as G. I take over the store on October 4th. And this was like September 29th.
Right.
They're like, oh, no, they promoted Patty. You're going to train her to be GM. I was like, what? What do you mean they promoted Patty? I mean, I'll just get to my shift. It's 3:00. I work 3 to close. And I call my manager, my regional manager. I say, hey, what's up? I just came to work and found out you promoted Patty to my GM position. Oh yeah, it was a decision we made about 3 days ago. We're just going to keep you on as assistant and you can train her for GM. And then, I'm like, well, no, that ain't going to work for me. Either I'm GM or I'm not working here. And he's like, well, no. I'm like, no. You don't understand. I have a $150,000 brain. I have 2 bachelor's and a master's degree in leadership from Penn State. You're going to put me as GM or I'm gone. Okay, Mary Kay. Okay, Mary Kay. I'm like, no. I know. Okay, Mary Kay. I'm leaving right now unless you tell me Patty's not GM. So I hang up with him. I go in, I punch out, I grab my lunchbox. I start to walk out the door. Patty yells, Mary Kay, where you going? I'm like, you got promoted to GM. Good luck with that. I'm leaving. You can't leave. You're the closer. Nobody's here from 9 to 11. I'm like, well, you got a problem. And I walked out. Left. I've been driving for DoorDash for the last 3 days, making like $35 an hour. I love DoorDash. I drive around, smoke, and I freaking listen to music.
I'd be like, you better, see, I'm that type of friend. I'd be like, you better go on clothes, bitch. Go on clothes.
So an hour later, Todd calls me, and I don't know the number. So I'm like, hello? Mary Kay, this is Todd, the manager. I'm like, yeah, what's up? Why aren't you at work? I'm like, well, I called and told him if I was in GM. Why? You can't quit your job with no notice. It's unprofessional. I'm like, you know what it is? It's delete on my resume. It's delete Speedway from my resume. It ain't nothing. It's 8 weeks of my life. It's delete you. What? Wow. So it was like, yeah. So I'm like, I'm going to go to DoorDash and drive around and deliver food and smoke and listen to music. So I do that and I love it. I work 6 to 8 hours a day driving around my car.
And then you can write on your
break.
Right.
Yep. And it's funny, on my little thing, I just drop the food off at the door, take a picture, and I put a little message. I'll be like, hey, be blessed. Here's your order. Check out Spryte the Emcee, hip hop artist. Every single DoorDash, Spryte the Emcee. Check it out. I had two people message me on Facebook and say, you DoorDash my order. I love your song, Creature Beautiful. I'm like,
oh, I do too. That's my joint right there.
Oh, I like Creature Beautiful.
That's my joint right
there. Mm-hmm. That's a bad one.
Man, I'm loving it.
Man,
so do you guys have any like weird questions for me? Like anything besides the screwdriver once I confess that?
I'm thinking.
So are you? Oh, go ahead, Shay. You got
okay, so if there was any artist that you can work with, underground or mainstream, who would it be?
Oh, Marshall. Definitely Marshall. Absolutely Marshall. I'm the female version of him 2 years behind him. When he was in Detroit underground doing shows, I was in Milwaukee, Chicago, and Racine. And when he elevated to Dre, I was in the Detroit area. So we are Midwest bound. Me and Marshall need to spit together.
For those who don't know, because she called him that government name, she called him Marshall.
Oh, Eminem. Yeah, Marshall. I say Marshall because when I meet him, I've already decided I'm going to be like, hey, Marshall, hi, Mary Kay. Eminem, Spryte. Yo, I'm like the feminine version of you. I'm not even joking. You want to battle right now? Just go back and forth freestyle, or you want to sit down and have coffee? We need to get right to it because I'm so ready to tell him.
We speed dating right now.
I'm like, Marshall, this is what we got to talk about. He's in recovery.
Marshall? She talking about Marshall, aka B Rabbit, aka Eminem.
I know.
I would like to work with Eminem or Missy Elliott. Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be a good collab.
I could see. You know what? I could really see you doing something with Missy Elliott. I really could.
I've emailed her her group or HR guy about 3 weeks ago, and I reached out to MC Light, Queen Latifah, because for my Fierce Females album, I would like to have a feature of MC Light or Missy. Either one would be great. Wow. MC Light, I messaged them and they messaged me back and said, we'll forward your message on to Miss Light. I'm like, no, you ain't going to send it to her. But I'm reaching out, as I'm with 3 decades in the business, underground or not. You say Spryte in one of the 50 states. People tend to know me somewhere before Facebook was MySpace, Twitter too, yeah.
We on Twitter. So MC Light.
Queen Light, come through, man. Get a hold of Spryte.
You got to say it like you really know Missy, Misdemeanor Elliott.
Chicago, Midwest represent. I mean, we got some heavy hitters, Midwest, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Eminem, Missy Elliott, Twister,
And I would love to see you do something with the Brat.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun. I always like the Brat. I always forget about her as one of my favorite female MCs because I'm so I love Missy Elliott. I love Little Kim. Right. I love the Queen Latifah and the Salt and Pepper and man, T-Boz, if she wouldn't have died, man, for real, that girl, she could spit. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, she could spit. But when Tupac died, I actually took off of work for 3 days for family emergency. I called and said, look, Tupac Shakur died. I'm taking 3 days personal. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't come to work. You know, he got shot last night. My boss, Mike, was like, no, I can't come to work. Tupac is dead. I can't rap with Tupac.
She say, I took off 3 days.
I got fired. Yeah. I got fired.
Let me say this to the viewers. You guys, we are live on 365. So anybody who's listening to us on 365, live 365, we're not talking to ourselves. We are in an interview with that girl, Spryte, the MC. Y'all need to go check her out. Go check her out, man. Go check her out. We are live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and we're live on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, and I just called out to come on, MC Light.
Well, yeah, like
Miss
Mhm.
Queen Latifah.
well, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna even holler at the Brad. Come on, the Brad. Go on,
I
give it
would
to
love
us.
that.
Get it on the
I
fire
would
with
love
us.
that.
Yes.
Come on.
I would love that. Like those old school heavy hitters, you know, like, and I mean, like, I love Redman and Method Man, Wu-Tang Clan all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love the Wu-Tang. When they separated and went their separate ways, I thought, man, they can't be no good without each other. And then Redman's first album, I was like, God, Reggie, what? Yeah.
So what is your favorite album with me? I think for me, with Redman and Method Man, the Rockwaller was the bomb.
Oh gosh, yeah, hands down.
That was the bomb.
Rockweiler, yeah.
The Rottweiler was probably one of the best ones.
Man, that was the bomb. That was the bomb.
Flashback.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
Yes.
So what's like your favorite, you know, one of the best, what is your favorite song in your catalog that you have done?
Oh, pay attention for live shows. I usually come out to that one. I'm like, knock, knock, who is it? It's Spryte. You know, like that's my come out the gate. Like, here I am, everybody, what's up song. To perform Gossip Bitches, man. Cause I get the big black girls in the front, like, yeah, chick. I got this girl in Kenosha. She knows every word of that song. And I fucked up the second verse. And she came up to me and was like, you didn't do the second verse right. You freaked out that shit. I was like, what? And she's like, look, Spryte, if you gonna perform, you gonna perform your words. You know what I'm saying? Gossip Bitches, because it's a song I wrote about a girl at Denny's who was talking shit about me in the kitchen. She was like, Emcee Spryte, she thinks she's so cool, you know, and I could hear her. I went in the bathroom. I wrote it down on my little green waitressing pad, the whole song in 20 minutes. Got done with my shift at 6 a.m, called up Nick. I was like, Nick, what up? I'm coming through. He's like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, I just got off of work, man. Just come on, just let me come through. I got the song. And I rapped it to him. And while I rapped it, he started building the beat around it. You know, he's like, just keep spitting. And I just kept rapping it. So by the time I got in the booth, it was memorized. And I delivered it. And then I went to work the next day and gave it to her. I said, Trisha, you inspired a new song for me. She's like, oh, girl, I love you. I'm like, you ain't got to lie. Just take the CD. And she was like, okay. She never came back to work. She never showed back up at Denny's. Ever. I never saw her again. I gave her the CD. She went to listen to it. And I never saw her again. I was like, did she even listen to it? Or did she listen to it and not want to come back? Oh, I should email it to you. I haven't released it yet. It's a good song, Shay.
Man,
it's about women talking crap about other women, man.
We need that. We got that for we need that for the women's conference, because that's what we were talking about all of that, you know, like I said, you know, today on the show, we're doing an interview with you, and then we were going to get into some of the things, you know, like Miss Keisha asked yesterday, we were talking about the stuff with Dave Chappelle, and I still feel my way I feel about it. He ain't say nothing wrong.
What is the controversy? I'm not aware of what did Dave Chappelle say that I didn't hear. What's going on?
The LGBTQ community feels some type of way about things that he was saying, but basically in this Netflix video, it's called The Closer. So basically he was speaking on things that are in controversy with every race, not just LGBTQ, you know, the gay, just everybody. He was speaking on everybody. So today I was looking at, I watched it, and then today I was looking at my phone where the one of the writers, which is she's transgender, she said he shouldn't have the right to say what he want to say, but to you, ma'am, from Netflix, he can.
We watched it. I watched it twice.
He can.
I didn't watch it yet.
This is my thing. He can say what he want to say. It's called freedom of speech. If you don't like it, don't watch it. But here's the thing: the same woman that has the problem with him saying that, she is the producer of the series called Dear White People, where white people act like black people. So now you have a problem with that, but you didn't have a problem with making that.
Oh, geez. Okay. And what's the name of the show so I can look it up? It's on Netflix. I'm assuming it's like a documentary.
Dave Chappelle, The Closer.
The Closer. Okay. I'm now because I went and watched Roxanne last week. I'm gonna have to watch that tonight.
Girl, tell you, it's just like I'm just, it's whatever. I mean, that man has the right to say what he want to say. That's anybody. Anybody in the world have the right to say what they want to say. If you don't like what they say or you don't agree with what they say, don't watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like the crocodile lady who like killed her husband or whatever. If you don't like Carol Banion, don't watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sarah, oh, and P.S. increase your haters by 50 every year. It helps you grow. You can't damage something that fixed itself.
That's what I'm saying, So I'm not mad at Dave Chappelle. It is what it is. You said what you said, brother. You meant what you said. You came out giving the disclaimer that you was gonna speak on stuff that happens. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, everybody talks about everybody.
Yeah. Right.
He did come out at the very beginning and say it may be his last show for a good
minute. It may be his last show.
Prepare people for what he was going to talk about at the beginning of the show.
But if you feel some type of way, you know what? Like Bernie Mac say, if people don't like you, fuck them.
True.
The thing about it is, when I watch the show, if you go to any comedy show, the comedians are going to give you what they are going to speak about from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So he talked about specific people that he encountered himself within that community. And every experience he had just so happened led to conflict with each and every one of those people he was speaking to. So my thing is, if you're going to go a comedy show, that's what you're going to get. You pay for that.
Yeah.
Pay for laughs. If you don't want to laugh, then what you gonna pay? Go sit at the comedy show for it and not pay.
Because I'd have set my ass right in the audience and I'd have been all over the stage. Dang, you crazy as hell.
How many of us have watched all the Eddie Murphy stuff? Nutty Professor, all this different stuff.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, we don't watch we watched all these comedians. Fred Sanford, we don't watch every single one of these comedians. Robin Harris,
Martin Lawrence.
Thank you.
Here's the thing though, when you go to a comedy show and you sit your behind on the front row, guess who's gonna get talked about?
You. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yes. And it's gonna be funny. And it's gonna be funny, whatever they say. You got an old man with a young girl, poof,
none of us on here have not been at a school where we have not played the dozens.
Exactly.
Yep. Exactly.
Let's be real.
But my thing is this. Okay, if you gay, you gay. If you're a lesbian, you're a lesbian. That's your business. Don't nobody care. Don't be coming up in this man platform. You feeling some type of way. It is what it is. People talk about people every day. White people talk about people. Black people talk about people. Asian people talk about people. Gay people talk about each other. You know what I'm saying? Indians talk about each other. Mexicans talk. I mean, everybody talk about everybody. That's that man.
You can watch some shows that are borderline stereotypical.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. And they do that on purpose.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They play off of that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. I wasn't mad because Miss Keisha commented. She was like, "You watch it?" I was like, "I'm about to watch it right now." I watched it. I ain't gonna lie.
Have you guys seen Squid Game? I watched 15 minutes of it. I haven't made it through the first episode. Now Chris Nonson's watching it and he's posting about it. So I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. But it's like it's I guess it's pretty gory, but it's still pretty good. And the lip syncing, like remember the old Chinese fighting movies when it'd be like my kung fu will kill you, but the mouth keeps moving. It's like that. It's lined up like so. It's hard to watch it, but I watched like 15 minutes of the first episode. But now I'm tuning into Squid Game because Chris Nonsense said I had Squid Game on Netflix. I'm gonna watch The Closer. You're gonna watch Squid Game.
You got to first get the Dave Chappelle because that's gonna be a thing. Since the tower is on the Twitter, somebody probably gonna send me a little tweet saying you shouldn't have said that. Oh well,
yeah,
I said it.
Shay, I emailed you gossip bitches. So if you guys want to hear it, I sent it from SoundCloud. I have the link for it.
I said it. I meant what I said. I said what I meant. I don't have a problem with what Dave Chappelle said because he didn't hurt anybody. He was only speaking about situations that happened to him in his life. He was speaking with what came to him, the controversy that came to him. So for the lady that worked for Netflix and you no longer work there, the transgender lady, and you felt some type of way about it, okay, whatever.
Oh, that's what it was about. Yeah.
I mean, he said what he said, and if you feel some type of way, you cannot stop this man from talking. That is that man's mouth. He had a right to say what he want to say. If you don't like it, then by all means, turn your damn TV off. That man not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop that man from getting his coins.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And if you feel some type, and if anybody that's gay that feels some type of way about what he said, then y'all need to feel some type of way about the people that y'all imitate when y'all do drag.
Oh yeah.
Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, very true. Oh, preach it, girl. No, I'm joking. I gotta watch it now, so I have much. Yeah,
you know, I just feel like it's just too much controversy behind somebody's opinion of things that happen to them. They're taking his episodes in his life and making it their own.
I think what he was
Let
trying
it be.
to say is that we have too many more issues that seem this, and this one issue seems to trump the other issues. You got people that are getting murdered in cold blood. You got
Exactly.
You got African Americans who's scared to even get pulled over by the police right now.
Exactly.
You got, you know, unjust wages. You got so many different things that are going on. You got issues at the border right now. We're taking our eyes off the bigger issues that are happening right now. You got these people that's coming over from Afghanistan that they done allowed to come in the country. You don't know who they are, but these are issues that we have.
Exactly.
We got people that are killing people, and you're not even making light of the people that are killing people. You're taking the focus off the bigger things, and you're focusing on just a little scope of things right now.
But that's what propaganda is. They take our attention away from the propaganda behind the vaccine and this and that, and then take us away from that. It was like with the Colin Kaepernick thing about us kneeling for the flag. Or Trump was doing all sorts of stuff in the White House and politically, but we were all focused on standing for the national anthem.
Thank you.
You know, we are not sheep, and I need people to understand we are not sheep, man. You need to make your own choice and question everything. Question everything put before you. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the news like Fox News or CBS News or CNN News, you're getting a certain paid version of the news. You watch the BBC talking about the Americas, they ain't getting paid from whoever to, you know what I'm saying? So that top 3%, you know what I'm saying? You get into that stuff, man. It's scary. It's scary.
It is. You know, and I just feel like, and it's all over the internet. It's all over the internet. That's all they've been talking about. Did you hear what Dave Chappelle said? So what? He said it. He said it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I know. And Israel, what is going on? Save Israel. What's about the people? You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about this. So did you hear that Fox and them be giving fake news? Let's talk about that.
All the time. They've been doing that for 10 years, ever since they were bought by the families. We're all going to get banned from Facebook for this conversation.
Let's talk about,
and I know
from a certain political perspective.
Yes, Fox News is owned by the Republican Party.
And everybody knows that. That's
and,
not something that's
and let's think about the Rockefellers and the Chases and the JP Morgan family, those three families who like fund the Federal Reserve. Do you know about that, people? Guess who gives us our money?
It
ain't the government. I'm just saying, I'll have Mr. Morgan at my door tomorrow, being like,
you know, you got to, you got to ease in what you're talking about. Let's talk about the dude who killed a girl and they acting like they don't know where he at.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Oh, you're talking about the one that was killed out in like South Dakota, and they found him in Florida, and then
let's talk about that.
Well, it was bad.
Stuff that's relevant. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about stuff that's relevant. That comedy special is not that relevant. The man said what he said. He already started out with a disclaimer, letting you know this may be his last show because he's gonna ruffle some feathers on some people who act like bitches.
It's good that he said that. If he said it beforehand, it's kind of like when I go to a friend from a loving, caring perspective, but I need to correct an issue or behavior, I'll say, look, what I say is going to hurt your feelings, and you're probably going to be mad, but anything after but is bullshit, which I understand, and I'm going to deliver my message. And I lost friends. Oh, well, it's my opinion. You know, it's my opinion. I'm so, like the 4 guys that wrote diss tracks about me, I didn't directly go after any of them, right? One of them was a 19-year-old kid, been rapping for 2 years. I was 29. For 2 decades, I was shutting Emcee's tight lips. And this little 19-year-old comes after me because I had a friend who got pissed at me. He didn't rap, so he went and got 4 guys to do diss tracks against me. So I was like, whatever. I never dealt with him directly because I'm not a mean person. I'm not going to come at you like that. But if you laying down the law, if someone hurts someone, like a guy hits a girl in front of me, and I saw it, I chin chuck him. Having to do it for 11 years, but I do it. Someone is hurting an animal in front of me, I'm going to act. My soul, my spirit. Like you kick your dog, and I'm within freaking 200 feet, dude, I'm coming across. I'll blindside you from the back and hit you in the back of your head. I don't give a fuck. Because the animals and women being beat or lesser people being hurt, that's something I'm going to stand up for. Like diss tracks. I love diss tracks to hear them when other people do them, but I've never done a diss track. I'm in the process of writing one right now, but I've never done one because I don't feel I need to put that energy out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
the
like
energy that you put out is what you receive. So you got to be what type of energy you put out.
So I like what Rugrat said. He said there's always a divide. I love that you all are having this conversation. Yeah, it's like with me, I don't have, and this is what I understand about people when people say, "Oh, I'm racist towards this." There's not a person on earth that does not have somebody of a different nationality in their family. There's not a person on earth that don't have a gay person in their family or a transgender person in their family. You cannot say you don't have it. You have it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get offended. I have gay people in my family. I'm not offended when people say things about gay people because I know at the end of the day, they human. They say stuff too. You know what I'm saying?
My best hairdresser was a gay man. Shoot, Boyd, shout out Boyd, man. 8 years. He followed me around, made me look perfect. Also made me not wear my glasses on stage, and I fell off the stage at a show because, you know, I didn't have no glasses on. But hey, I look pretty.
Wear your glasses.
Because my eyelashes were touching the glasses. Girl, you need to take your glasses off.
Right. But, you know, my thing is this, you know, and it's like I said, it's all over the internet, and people are just making such a big mockery. This man, that's what that man does. That's his job. Comedians, what they do, they take things that they see in the world and they use it. They use it not to hurt you. They use it to make it funny so you can get over the hump of it. But this one little person from Netflix, you feel some type of way. Well, I'm a transgender. Okay, by all means, boo-boo, if that's what you want to do, you do that. But don't try to knock this man corn because you feel some type of way, but you doing the same thing that he doing, but you getting ratings just like he doing.
Right.
You made a show called Dear White People.
There's a song called Dear White People.
I've seen that show on Netflix.
It's called Dear White People. The same person that has a problem with Dave Chappelle, you made a show called Dear White People.
If that's not I'm going to do a song called that.
Okay, you have black people giving segments on things that white people do. Now you don't have a problem with that, but you got a problem because this man says something about the LGBTQ community.
It sounds like he wasn't even talking about her.
He was not. He was talking about certain situations, and he's like, "Girl, go have girl, man, or whatever you are, go have several seats."
Go white people.
I'm just.
Now I have to watch that show too, but I don't want to watch it because I don't want to give it ratings.
No, I'm just keeping it 100. That's the thing, and that's what's wrong with the world now. People don't keep it 100. Quit being so damn fake. If you didn't like what he said, okay, it is what it is. Netflix didn't have a problem with it. They loved it. That man got a standing ovation after that show.
Oh, did he? Okay. And when was it filmed? Like in New York or California? Like recently? It's like a live show.
It was filmed in Detroit.
Oh, and that's a spot. Okay, cool. Because we've had a couple comedians come through Detroit and get booed. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock came through like 4 years ago and didn't have a good show.
But since we're talking about Dave Chappelle and this young lady felt some type of way, let's talk about what's his name, Jesse Smollett, that conned the dudes to do some stuff to him.
Who's that?
But the gay community didn't have a problem with that.
Who is that?
Hold on.
Jesse Smollett from Empire.
Get ready, Kelly. Turn your mic on. It looks like it's muted.
Yeah, it was a situation that occurred a few years back with Jesse Smollett and
guys
that he had stated that had actually robbed him and beat him up, and he said it was insinuated or he said that it was a hate crime.
I remember that. Okay.
He said it was a hate crime when those two gentlemen beat him up, and I remember that situation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it wasn't.
Isn't it a hate crime anytime someone gets beat up? I'm sorry. If you gay and get beat up by a white gay hater, or you black and get beat up by a white hick, aren't you? It's a hate crime anyway, man. Someone's so punch you, they hate you.
That's the point of view that you're bringing out. So that's the same thing that Dave Chappelle was saying.
Not in our lifetime, Jaleel. Not in our lifetime, Jaleel.
Yeah, and that's the same. Do y'all think?
And no matter if if you're white, if you're black, if you're Hispanic, if you identify with being heterosexual, homosexual, whatever you identify with, because that's what you identify with. But at the same time, what he was saying is, no matter whatever experience you have, everybody has had that experience, no matter what race, what sexuality, whatever they are. You've had that experience at one point in your life. So
I think right. I'm actually reading Rugrats comment. He said, do y'all think things can change, like really change in our life? Yes, it can change. You know what? I'm gonna tell you, this is the key thing. A lot of things can change, because here's how it starts. When you're born, you're not born racist. That's some stuff that's taught to you. You understand what I'm saying? If you're gay and you stand by a gay person, that shit cannot rub off on you. You know what I'm saying? That's something that you're being taught. So it can change. You got to start dividing it's stupidity. It's a lot of stupidity. And the thing is, people don't want to learn anything. It's stupid. You think because they're black, they can't teach me nothing. Oh, they white, they can't teach me nothing. You don't know what nobody been through.
Right. Well, I actually have less than 5% of the world. I've had an experience that less than 5% of people have been through. Do you know what that experience is?
What is that?
I've been kidnapped twice.
Oh, wow.
Twice. Grabbed. Sleeping bag. Grabbed. Taken. Against my will. Kidnapped twice. Same fan. Once 13 years ago and once 7 years ago. Same fan. Once from a hip hop show and once from my workplace. Kidnapped. And he didn't want to hurt me. He wanted to date me, but he didn't know how to date me. So he kidnapped me, brought me to his home, had me handcuffed to a chair in the kitchen for 3 days till the Ash Robin police figured out where I was. Because there wasn't, 13 years ago, I wasn't tracking on my cell phone and stuff. They didn't even know he got me. And then he got me. He went to jail for 7 years. Then he got out. Then he grabbed me again. And now I'm living 40 miles away from this man. And he's all Christian now. He's been saved like for 2 years and wants to talk with me. I'm too scared to go talk to him.
Girl, don't talk to him.
Oh no, I'm gonna get some Murder Music boys from I'm talking to Lex Lethal about Murder Music and getting them boys to come down and walk with me because I got security. But
you want to talk to me? Talk to me at the police station.
Well, and it's like we've done hip hop together for years, but he was gone for 8 years for that. And yes, Gaza, crazy. He wanted to date me and he brought me to his house and gave me dinner and said, "Look, Spryte, I love you. I want to be with you. I'm a good man." I'm like, "Man, you realize you kidnapped me, right?"
So yeah, you good.
And he's 6'4". He's a black man. He's about 260 pounds, 265 pounds. He's a big man, and he didn't hurt me. Cops came. I said, "Look, you don't press charges. Just get him some mental help, whatever."
Right.
And then the second time he got me, it was for about 22 hours because it was known that he had gotten out of jail, and it was within like 35 days of him getting released that he saw me at work, and I was a waitress, and I went out for a cigarette, and he snagged me again. Sleeping bag right over the head, bungee cords, threw me in the trunk. You can't get out of that, man.
You need to change your name to Spryte Il Nana, girl. Baby. You got him kidnapped, girl. Y'all remember that song?
That's scary.
That is scary. That is crazy. That is super crazy.
Man.
Scary. And I've never written a song about it, but I want to, man. Like snatched and grabbed. I got snatched and grabbed in the trunk of the car. Imagine that. Like get him right in that trunk of the car with me, that panic for 22 minutes driving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Ooh, that'd be a song. That'd be a good grime song.
I can imagine what was going through your head because you don't even know what would happen.
The first time I was freaking out. The second time I was like, man, I hope this is, and then when I was like, what the hell are you doing, man? He's like, Spryte, it's so good to see you. I'm like, man, what are you doing? And I'm trying to stay calm because I have a psychology degree. I'm like, is he going to snap and kill me? Or is he just really think he can be my boyfriend like this? Where's the crazy?
What was he diagnosed with, Spryte?
Schizophrenia, bipolar.
Kind of figured that.
Oh, okay. Oh. He my cousin.
Yeah. You got it right.
Bipolar. I'm sorry, tripolar.
Yeah,
man.
That's why I asked you.
Girl, you need to come to this women conference and tell some people that stuff.
You really do.
Oh, I've done my testimony. I've been in recovery now for 12 years. Clean and sober. I do smoke weed. I put it out. I smoke weed, but I am clean and sober from drugs and alcohol. And 12 years I haven't done any drugs or alcohol, and I love that about myself. And I've done my testimony at different churches. I have a Spirit of Spryte ministry. That's based on the goddess and the connection of the women and nature and us, because I'm Native American. So I got to tap into that Native American. You can walk with Christ, but still be a Native American Wiccan.
So I'm answering Rugrat's question. Okay, it's all in the music we listen. Targeted audience, for instance. Well, you know what? it's not all in the music. I'm gonna tell you, music doesn't target certain things. When people rap, it's something you already was feeling and you put it in your music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you
Life
rap about
experience.
killing all the time, that was always in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You just
I agree
expressed
with you
it that
there.
way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that. Yeah.
It's all in your mind. Anything you do to somebody, that's just like when a lot of people kill people and they always say, "Oh, well, they were ill." No, you wasn't, because if you had the time to think that out,
Mm-hmm.
you meant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You meant to do that. You know what I'm saying? You meant to do that.
Crazy.
So, you know, it's just some things are a mental state, some things are not. People use that as a cop out.
Oh, I know. Like if you can plead insanity for something. Like, I
Yeah,
mean,
you know.
me as a woman and a scrapper and a tomboy of sorts, but a strong female. I think I'm a strong female. I've been through a lot, and I still get up. I still bless people. You know,
Right.
I don't take pharmaceuticals for my PTSD because I got it. I genuinely give a fuck about people, and when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I live by
Right.
a code because from 12 to 20, I was running with the brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Running and gunning,
Right.
and it's not a joke. Loyalty is king.
Everything.
Loyalty is king, man. You stay loyal to what you believe in first and foremost, and then you stay loyal to the people that are around you that you can fuck with. You know what I'm saying? That have your back. And I'm not talking about friends that'll bail you out of jail, because I got 100 people I can call and be like, "Hey, yo, man, I got picked up for $180. I just punched some dude in the face. Come get me." I got people like that, but I'm talking the ride or die about boys and girls.
Exactly.
And that's hard to find. It is. And the music you listen to, like, yeah, we, you know, perfect example. Will Smith never had to cuss to sell records, right?
Exactly.
Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. Me and Jazzy did a show together in Madison, Wisconsin in 2011. He was at a rave, and Jess One came up to me and said, "Hey, Spryte, you know Jazzy Jeff?" I'm like, "What? He's the DJ, I'm the rapper, Jazzy Jeff?" "Yeah." He's like, "Man, he's on the main stage in 10 minutes. His MC didn't come with him. He's all by himself. He's gonna spin for 2 hours." I'm like, woo woo, run up there. Frankie Bones was in the back building, and Frankie Bones is a New York house DJ, and Jazzy was in the main building. And I ran up, and they get me up there, and Jess gets me up to Larry, and Larry and Kurt look at each other and go, "Spryte." I'm like, "Jazzy Jeff," like, and they're like, "What?" I'm just ask him, just tell him I want to rap with him. I got to get on stage with him for 40 minutes, and at the end of it all, we were in the back, you know, we're smoking, doing ecstasy, acid, whatever drugs were around at that rave, and he comes up to me, and goes, "You're pretty good for a white girl." I was like, "Thanks, Jazzy." I'm like, "You know what my favorite song is? Nightmare on Elm Street." And he's like, "Okay." It was like a 20-year-old cassette tape that I had from Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. But Will Smith never had a cuss. But you listen to his music versus NWA, you're going to feel a different sort of way when you go out. You go out in the world bumping, you know, NWA and Eazy-E versus Will Smith and LL Cool J. You're going to have a different type of, you know. That's true.
It's basically how you sell yourself. You know, Will Smith, he was you know labels. You see how Will Smith was. They put him as the boy next door, so he rapped like the boy next door. NWA, they lived in the hood. They rapped what they were about. But my thing is this: when you rap, be genuine. When you friends with somebody, be genuine. When you do something for somebody, be genuine with it. If I do something for you, don't go back and talk about it. That means your ass was never genuine. You know what I'm saying? And I'm reading all the comments. Somebody said I've done a lot of dumb shit.
What does Carol want me to add? Send her.
Oh, like, that's my mom. I don't know.
No, what she want me to send? I'll send her whatever.
So,
Spryte the MC.
I got you, Mom. I got you. I'm
tagging some of the comments up here, guys. So here's one comment from
Chris Nonsense.
Yes, and he said some people do be crazy though. Not everyone thinks properly and can handle simple confrontation or situations that make them angry. Imagine a road race while also having a gun in the car and getting cut off.
Road rage, yeah.
Road rage, yeah. Because some people do get heated at the moment, and then it's the heat of the moment that they do react to something. You know,
I ain't gonna lie, because I do be getting heated in the moment. I didn't have the towel and the baby. I couldn't share some stuff. But
like I remember cutting somebody off, like you, like what you just saying. I cut somebody off, and you know what they did? They flipped me the bird.
Yep. Wow. Some people crazy and follow you home. Like I had a guy, I didn't see him in my blind spot. I pulled over. I pulled in my driveway. He pulled up on the street. Was like, "You cut me off back on 9th Street." I'm like, "Man, that was 10 minutes ago. Why you live in the moment, man?" And I turned around, and walked in the house. My roommate was like, "Who's that guy yelling at you?" I'm like, "Oh, I cut him off back on 9th Street." She's like, "What was he yelling?" I'm like, "Oh, I told him live in the moment and walked away."
You good, Chris, baby. We got you. You good. We got what you
funny.
saying. You good. He say he driving. We got you. Be careful though while you type.
Why you typing and driving? You
That's
was
all right.
driving.
He
You can't be typing and driving, Chris nonsense. That is naughty.
And that's another thing people say. And like this comment Will has up here. I cuss in all my stuff. And people say you shouldn't cuss because the kids come out cussing.
Yeah.
That'd be the first thing they learn. I mean,
I've done a lot of dumb shit in my life, but I ain't blame one rapper for none of it. Right, Will Smith? That's facts right there, man. It's not no rapper's fault that I did what I did.
Your kids do
it's
things.
Run DMC's fault. I'm a rapper, but I didn't do nothing bad because of it.
It could be you as a parent.
Right.
I mean, come on now. Okay, Red Rex said it's nothing wrong with cursing and expressing your art in your own way. That is so true. It's an art. It's art. It's art. So to that lady from Netflix, Dave Chappelle's comedy show, that's art.
It's true.
Suck it up.
Yeah, I got.
I mean, if that's the case, we would have a lot of music that will be taken down because you're gonna have a lot of music that has a lot of cursing in it. So you're gonna take everybody
I curse all the time.
But you're gonna have music you find offensive. So are we gonna just say you can't play that music because it's
Mr. Dot can tell y'all, Miss Keisha can tell y'all, Miss Stay Ready can tell. I curse.
You guys remember Ice-T? Girls Let's Get Butt Naked and Fuck, that album. Ice-T and Too Short. Please, I got a Too Short tape from my daddy.
Man.
My mom heard that coming out my room and was like, I'm like, what? She's like, what is it? I'm like, it's
part
Too Short.
Song, Blow the Whistle. My favorite little part is when he say bitch. It's my favorite part.
My mom was like, you need to. She broke so many of my cassette tapes in half. I save up my $4 and I go down to Best Buy or, Ricky's on the corner. I buy me my cassette tape, please.
Right. But the group who used to cuss a lot was 2 Live Crew.
Oh, 2 Live Crew. And they were known from Too So Horny, but yeah, they did some naughty words too. Yep.
And then back in the day, our parents' music used to cuss. Y'all need to go listen to Marvin Cease.
Oh, yes, baby. Oh, that kid. Oh, never mind. I had a flashback.
Ain't never wrong talking about it. Candy liquor. That's what it was. He said it. My thing is this in the music game, people need to quit acting so damn brand new. And we're live on Live 360.
My mom would always say holier. She calls them people act
holier
like they
than
never
thou.
did nothing before.
Yeah.
Everybody acts like they're perfect.
Oh, I'm an open book, man. When I go tell my testimony at a church, they give me 1 hour. I go from age 10 years old when my uncles hand me the first joint. It's like, come here, Mary, smoke this, because they thought it'd be funny. Come here, Mary, smoke this. Age 10, all the way to 33 when I died for 4.5 minutes and I went to recovery the next day. I tell all of it because I don't care. My laundry is not dirty. It's clean because I washed through it and I worked through it, walked through it. Can I get an amen? Done.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I have people I promote and they ask me, why do you share my music so much? What do you get out of it? Well, I like your song. Like Triple Stack, I love you. If you're in the building, Chris Nonsense, you can tell your brother this. Triple Stack says to me, what do you want? I'm like, what do you mean, what do I want? Because I asked him, can I have permission to share you on my lives in the morning? Can I play your music on my lives? Can I share you? What do you get out of it? I like your music. Ty the Tyrant. Go on my page. There's a Ty the Tyrant post within an hour or two of every day because I listen to Ty all the time. He is the dude. For 35 years, I've been searching underground hip hop artists. Ty the Tyrant is no fucking joke. Lex Lethal, no fucking joke.
Right.
Oh my God. Go to Ty the Tyrant SoundCloud. There's 100 and some songs. Every single song. You like, what the fuck? Oh my God. And this is a boy from Utica, New York. Props, man. For real though. Now he's singing. He is so good. But Triple Stack couldn't understand where I was coming from. I'm like, I just share what I like. Promote what you like.
Exactly. That's what you do. You share what makes you feel good. So let me ask you a question. So when you came across the tower, how did you really come across to the tower? How did you
Genuine invited me over because I went through like 30 different radio review shows before I landed on Jizu Radio, the Dorky Review Show, and Jay's Fire. I have 3 that I promote: Jizu Radio, the Nonsense Dorky Show, Triple Stack, even though it's a show, not a show, and Jay's Fire. And I get behind those 3. I've gone to Roast and Review. I've gone to the other one out of Philly, the New York Girl. I went through all these shows. And I picked the ones I liked. And then I found you guys talking that one day when I came in and I sent Pay Attention because I just found Pay Attention on a crashed hard drive. It had been lost for 9 years. I hadn't heard it for 9 years. I literally got it and your show was live while I was driving. Genuine tagged me. I came. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta send you this song. I just got it. And it was the second time I heard it in 10 years when you guys played it. So I was. That's how I found you. And Shay, you just hit my heart because you remind me of Beulah. My black mama who raised me from 12 to 18, girl. You remind me of Beulah so much. I was like, I just want to give you a hug.
Look, but they give me no lie though. No lie. They all give me the talk before we get on the show. It's like before we go on live, they be like, look. Say this, say and Mr. Dot all the time. He be like,
it don't even matter.
But he knows me. I'm just like I tell everybody, I love music. I love doing it. I've been in the game 12 years. The tower's been on a year now. And I love doing this. I love telling underground and unsigned artists what to do and what not to do to make it in the world. And you don't need a label because a label is nothing but a puppet. They are the puppet master. You know what I'm saying?
And you're good at it, yeah.
That's why I love it. And that's why I tell people, coming to these workshops, I mean, it ain't
going
to hurt.
Only $10.
Okay? Perfect your craft. It ain't going to hurt. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to hurt. You know?
Say it again, Spryte. Only what?
Only $10. I'm going to do a little 30-second jingle. Only $10. Yeah, you guys need to do, because I missed the last one and I'm coming to the next one. I'm going to cash out 20 just because I missed the last one, but I need that. And, you know, if I would have had to get my lawyer involved for this beat, like Shay was like, oh, you need to file cease and desist. I'm like, shit, I didn't want a lawyer answer. I knew the answer, but I didn't want it from a mama bear. Damn.
Right.
So it was funny because I messaged the person, and 2 artists on the Tower Radio show that day messaged me privately and said, hey, I know who you're talking about. I messaged her. Within an hour, I've been in the hospital for a week. Here's your beat. I'm like, oh, thank you. Now we're doing a collab. Okay, cool. We good.
Oh yeah.
Like Shay spit the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So did you see, guys, how the networking piece plays in a big role into helping you in these situations? You stay on here, you meet other people. You had the 2 individuals who knew that person and was able to get your beat, help you get your beat. It's important for you guys to stick together.
Yes, we need to stick together. And I always feel like the black sheep or the white sheep or whatever, because it's me and 120 boys and 2 or 3 other girls that I see in passing. Like us women need to band together, and the boys need to support me more, man. Y'all need to support me more. I support all y'all motherfuckers. But y'all need to support Spryte.
Right. And that's what I say. That's the whole thing when I tell people when they come on here, I tell them all the time, even if you submit your music and your music is, stay in here. You know, don't leave it. Stay in here. Music is really supposed to be a boundary of supporting and looking out for each other. People don't understand the labels are the reason a lot of artists clash. They don't clash when they are not on a label. You know what I'm saying? That was the whole big thing that got Biggie and Pac into a lot of things. It was not them. It was the label.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say when you're on here and if people have their music on here, stay in here and support those people. You never know what they're going through. They may need that boundary, and it may be something that you can help them with and they can help you with. Stay up in here and help them. You know, I feel like when you listen to the music in here, and it may be something that's off with that artist, and you probably have that perfection of being a producer or a songwriter, be like, hey, maybe I can help you do this. Let's network. That's how it works. That's how you keep a community together. You know, that's how you keep it together. Right. You know, and it's a lot of dope artists. I listened to Rugrats song this morning, Chicago. I love that.
Oh, Rugrats, yeah, Jaleel, they sent me songs for WIJX Radio because me and James are doing a radio show for iHeartRadio WIJX on Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to noon. And we play off each other so well. He's over in Manchester, United Kingdom. I'm here in Wisconsin. We just have a good time, and we play all independent artists for 2 hours. Right. And it's so funny because Rugrats sent in music. You guys were on the 3rd show, but yeah, so I'm playing through that. Chris Nonsense sent me some file. I don't know what the hell it was. I had to download some special program to open this file to WeTransfer. I am computer stupid, okay? Yeah, it was a big, huge file with all these things. I'm like, I need MP3s. He's like, they are MP3s. You just have to unzip it. I'm like, zip what? What are you talking about, Chris? I was like, what up?
And that's the thing. And that's the reason why, you know, we do this. And like, I keep saying it all the time. When you see the tower, to me, and a lot of people, the views don't mean nothing to, we're not here for clout. We're here to help you get to where you want to be. I don't do reviews. Don't like reviews. I want to play your whole song. I don't want to take 1 minute and be like, well, this is what you need to. No, I want to hear the whole song.
Yeah,
we are a radio show. I don't want no snippets. I want people to hear all your genuine music.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing I think that sets us apart from other people. I've always said, if you like to go to the review shows, I mean, you do that. You know, and a lot of review shows are good because the ones Sprytes tag me in, they're good.
Oh, constructive criticism from someone who's been in the business for 15 years. And like Chris Nonsense, Dork Squad, he mixes and masters music. He makes music. If you just go to some dude who listens to music and goes, oh, it's trash, I don't like it. Why? Tell me, is the mix bad? Is the master bad? Is the this bad? Is the vocals bad? Is the singing out of tune? Is there too much auto? Tell me something. But like Chris and James, they give you that feedback. Jizu Radio, they give you that feedback. I went through like 35 shows. This one guy was like, listen to 30 seconds. He's like, well, this is garbage. All right, what we got next? I'm like, whoa. He didn't even get to the breakdown yet. His first 16 wasn't even done. Now, it wasn't good, but it doesn't mean it didn't get better. I want to hear at least 2 minutes, you know, but yeah.
So that's why I put those quotes on the Tower page. Like I put on there, I put something to all unsigned and underground artists. You should feel like red carpet status, period. There's nobody better than you. You should feel like red carpet status. Because I'm telling you, each and every person that is on that TV now, they went through the same thing you went through. They don't want to tell it, but they went through it. I mean, if you ever seen Making of the Band, what did Puffy have them doing? Getting cheesecake and all that type of stuff. You know,
grunt work. He had them doing grunt work. They had to
you know what I'm saying?
Do if you somebody that was a person.
You know, but I'm gonna tell you that's not a part of the music scene. That I would that's
publicity.
Why
it sound like a what publicity stunt? Is that how you say
it was a jackass doing jackass stuff. A jackass doing jackass stuff. Because that is not a part. That is not a part of me trying to get a music career, getting you some cheesecake.
Dude, Chris Nonsense said you can't review a movie if you don't watch the whole movie, right? Because you have no idea how it ends. Chris Nonsense, that is so well said. You cannot review a song if you don't know.
You said that, Chris. Salute.
That's right.
And it's the truth. I'm the type of person, like I said, I've been doing this 12 years. And I started out as a manager, managing 14 guys. I went from managing to promoting, from promoting to being a senior VP of a label for 5 years. I've seen it all. And now me and Mr. Dot, we manage again. So I've seen it all.
Right.
And I don't be managing Spryte the Emcee.
I don't know. I'm
going to get saved.
Right. I'm going to tell you exactly what that label going to do to you before you get there. A label going to screw you with no Vaseline before you even open up their doors.
Ouch.
Yeah. That's why I love the contract I have. I got everything. My masters, I get full control. I get to take my features with me. All of it. And 10%. I give them 10%. I just wanted the promotion.
Yeah, anytime. And then you got to be careful with them because anytime you do that, but come to the workshop, I'm going to stop it right there.
Right. $10. It's only $10.
I'll tell you that because if y'all just don't know, Mr. Dot is on vacation today, but if y'all see his eyes in the Tower studio, he looking like, don't do it. Don't do it, Anime. Don't do it.
He's the producer behind the scenes telling you.
Yeah, he like, don't do it. He gave me that. Don't do it, Anime.
Anime. Don't do it, Anime.
Exactly. We'll drop your pants at the door. That's what they do. And I've said this even on the live, and I can say that, Mr. Dot, don't mind me saying that. A label does not, or those main labels like Sony and all those other people, and we on Twitter, what I said, they are not after you. They're after your following.
Oh, yeah, your followers and subscribers. Mm-hmm.
That's how they get their money.
Yeah.
That's how they get their money. But a lot of people come to their workshop and learned how much they be getting on that Apple Music and that Spotify.
Oh, it's like, what is it? 0.03 cents per play. Like my last Spotify check was for like $72. I was like, what the $70?
$72. But hold
$72. I'm like, wait, I had 17,000 streams. I got $70.
Okay, so just think about that. You had $72 as independent, but how many streams you had?
Oh, 7. I'd have to add up all the tracks. Some songs were like 6,000 to 7,000. Some were 13,000. Some were 4,000 to 5,000. I have about 18 songs released.
And how many cents you got?
Oh, I just went on Spotify since June, so I got my first quarterly thing for $72. It was like for 3 months.
That was like, how many cents? Like what? 23 cents?
Yeah, or 3 cents, 3 or 4 cents a play.
You get 3 cents as the artist. So from that, you get 3 cents as the artist. The label gets $2.
Oh no, I put my own. What? No, I put my own music up. The label didn't even touch my
If
music.
you on the label, they
They
get
get two?
$2.25 of that.
Whew.
It's more money than what they telling you.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
What they say? You are basically a brand like Coca.
Did he call me Coca-Cola?
No. I don't think he was doing that.
Oh no, you are. But that's like when I went to MCA or MGM or whatever, and they were like, "Oh well, we're gonna write your first 2 albums and you know, market you and package you." I'm like, I ain't a product. You ain't packaging shit.
Yeah.
He literally said, "We're gonna package you," because I was, a little 6-pack. I was looking good, D cups, some luscious hips. No, ain't packaging shit. Put me in some bubble wrap, please. No.
Yeah, they was gonna do 2. They was gonna do 2 albums. That's what they said.
And then the 3rd album I got to write myself. But by then my fans would have an expectation of me that when I come out with my own shit, if it's that different from what they were putting in my mouth, I would never keep my fans.
Yep.
Or my 3rd album would flop and then they'd get rid of me.
You'd have already been in a hole 160%.
Right.
Damn. And they writing it, so you wouldn't have really got no money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's that saying?
Yeah, I think it's because some labels only see a person as a dollar sign and
not
for their art or talent.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they ain't it to make money. That's
okay. Hit that at the bottom about DistroKid. Hit that
right here. Mm-hmm. Okay. Who else has DistroKid? Okay. When does the first check come? My streams through the roof.
I'm gonna tell you. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. With DistroKid, here's the thing: the only way your streams go big is when you hit that. They have that one where you can do an artist by yourself, or you go in as a label. If you go in as a label, that's when you're gonna see the revenue. If you go in as an artist, you're not gonna see it because they're gonna pay you off of the cents that a label would pay.
Oh, see, I have one set up as a label because of all my collabs, and then I have another one as Spryte the Emcee.
Right.
But I didn't use DistroKid. I used some other service. It's like $29 a year and you can put your songs on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, all that.
But see, DistroKid, I think it's like $19.99.
Okay, for the year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can do that. If you do anything like that, don't go into the platform as an artist. Always, because you are yourself. You're independent. So you are your own brand. Okay, Mr. Dot, I'm just saying that little part. You are your own
label.
Like giving away too much.
Brand. Yeah. But I'm just saying, he asked the question about DistroKid, so I was answering it. You want to go as a label because you're going to cheat yourself as going on there as an artist. And then before y'all sign stuff, read that fine print.
Fine print.
Because DistroKid is getting paid too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what business is.
Like, I haven't seen anything from iTunes or YouTube, and I've been monetized for 4 months. So who knows? Oh, Mr. Dot, what's he got to say? What's up with you leaving us alone? Girls to fend for ourselves.
Yeah, Mr. Dot, he looked at me like, workshop.
$10.
He gave me that anime in the limo look.
So do you guys do like a girls show? I saw something come across my Facebook that you guys do a women's sit down, or what is that?
We're actually gonna kick that back up. We're actually gonna kick that back up and do a women's show. We're actually gonna kick that back in. We may turn that into some of our Saturday shows and kick that
I want to come through for that because you guys are fun to talk to. I want to hang out with some girls. I got all these damn boys.
Hey, Isaac, how you doing?
Hey, that is too nice in the building. Yeah, so we try to do that. I try to do a lot, and I try to focus a lot of stuff. That's why we always try to push people to come to the workshop, because in the workshop, I'm telling you, we go, and Will's been to one, and he could tell you, man, we go deep in depth into detail. I mean, deep in depth. So the Tower just don't do that. We do a whole lot of stuff, and then we're working on a Tower Radio Show magazine.
That's awesome.
It's only for unsigned and underground artists. Yep.
I like that. I want to do a column. Oh, Chris, I know it's like for you boys, it's like a sneak peek into the minds of women.
Yeah. So we gonna do shows where it be men against women. We gotta get our men DJs on here. We got Mr. Dot. I don't want him to be single out, and then we take his cornbread.
we was trying to build up our female team, female R&B and female rap artists on our
Right.
side. So it was gonna be
Right.
female against males.
Right.
So we got Spryte, y'all. We got Spryte.
Yeah, we're just trying to get more female because Mr. Dot and them got a load of men on their team.
Oh, and I'm gonna bring through Awkward Jazz, Diamond, Katie Metal. I'm gonna grab all my girls, my fierce female ladies.
So, Mr. Dot, can the guys whoop us?
He out today.
He's in the back row. What did he say?
So you guys, we actually now we go live on Twitter, and we go, we're actually live now on the Live 365 app, so you can hear this all the time. He said our session is more like this morning with, man, I'm telling you, but we're trying to do that. So the workshop, I would love for more people to, come to the workshop, get involved and learn stuff, and you're not just learning from somebody that read books. I mean, I worked in a label.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I didn't work at the bottom.
Yeah, if you were like, what were you, the assistant VP or something?
I was a senior VP of operations.
Yeah, so you were like right in the nitty gritty of all the garbage.
Yep.
Yes.
That's normal.
In the trenches.
That's what operations do. You normally.
I was in the gutter.
I've been on 3 street crews for Midwest artists that we used to go out and hand out flyers, sell CDs out of the car, T-shirts, hoodies, and I was on the street team, and they're mainstream now. I put in some work for these boys. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get my cut, and they made over 100,000. So I probably should make a phone call.
Mr. Dot is here. Mr. Dot is here, Will. He's here. He's chilling. He's chilling today. He got the day off. He's chilling. He say he's here, Will. He's chilling. But yeah, we want to do that. We want to have another workshop. We would love for a lot of people, because we usually do 25 seats. So we would love to have all those seats filled with people learning the business. I mean, come on, it's good to know. Mm-hmm. And Miss Stay Ready Kelly, she gotta leave us because today is her grandbaby's birthday.
Oh, you a grandma?
Yes.
I am.
I'll be hosting Freestyle Friday with independent artists on my YouTube channel. Okay, send me the link. Send me the link, Rugrat. I love to watch it. Send me the link.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Send me the link. I would love to watch it, man.
Yeah, he's down in Chicago. I'm like 2 hours from Chicago. So, Jaleel, we need to hook up, man. I need to drive down. I'm going over to Detroit. Me and Frank Mills are going to hang out. We're going to Eminem's Spaghetti Restaurant on Thursday.
It opened up.
That boy Frank,
so we're heading to Detroit, and I'm going to go see Frank, and we're going to head over to Eminem's little spaghetti joint.
Tell me how it is when you tell me.
Oh, I'll be posting pictures like crazy. If Marshall walks in, I'll be like, hold up, wait a minute. So we live on Facebook right now. Everybody, this is Eminem, Marshall Mathers. My name is Mira Camcee Spryte. I'm a rapper. And then we're gonna have this argument on his phone. He's like, girl, you crazy. I'm like, man, we're the same age, Marshall. You need to respect your elders because I got like 6 months on you. Dude, you think I'm joking? I'm not joking.
Man,
I'm not joking.
So yeah, so that's the main thing. We would love for more, like I said, more people to join the workshop and learn more stuff. And I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you learn in the workshops. Will, did you like the workshop? Let them know, Will. I mean,
where's Will? I'm trying to see.
Oh, where's Eric Cohen? Someone messaged Eric. He said he was going to come through and say hi tonight, and he didn't. I'm going to take him right now.
And Eric has an interview next Friday.
Nice.
Okay, I see him. There you go.
Okay, so Will, so did you like the workshop? See, very informative, man. It was. So we're gonna try to do it again and do our thing. Man, we enjoyed you, Spryte.
What is
this is fun. You gotta play gossip bitches though, because I sent it over and I want to hear it. I haven't heard it like 4 times in the last 2 years.
All right, so I'm putting it in. So we do have the Sunday show coming up very soon with Miss Stay Ready Kelly.
Nice.
Right.
Yes, indeed. I'm very excited about it.
When my dad watches this, the first thing I'm gonna hear about is that Stay Ready Kelly rapping on my fierce females. She asked her in public, she gotta say, yeah, that's a binding contract. That's a word of mouth contract. First thing my dad's gonna say to me, Stay Ready Kelly, you on the album. Better be ready.
Already, baby. Yes.
She gonna be ready.
Daddy,
she gonna be ready. I'm gonna be Ike. I'm be like, why she rapping like a man? Yes, indeed. Okay, my computer want to act crazy.
Well, it's me. Like I always try to use voice fluctuation when I'm rhyming. Like when I first performed for, so my guy Tank and Andre, when I was like 14, they were like, "Where did you learn to rap?" I'm like, Peter Piper, and they're like, "Spit it." I'm like, "Now Peter Piper pick rappers and rum." You know, I changed my voice because I'm like, okay, I got to be Run, and then I got to be Jay, and then I got to be Run, and I got to be Daryl, and I got to go back from Run and Daryl. So you have
it in MP3. You have it in MP3?
No, I don't. It's on a different phone somewhere. I have no idea where it is. I might be able to find it in an email.
I'm gonna have to convert it and just possibly do a little.
Can you do that? You can convert it right from there. Oh my goodness! I don't even think I have. Let me see.
Baby, you talking to the queen?
Rescue me in the mix. Pay attention. I got values, goddess, creature. Do the math.
What I'm gonna do since it's not. I'm gonna have to convert it, and what I'll do is just pop. I may do just a little small pop-up Sunday show. Just throw it in there. Y'all won't see my face, and just throw all the songs out there.
Nice.
Pop-up Sunday.
That sounds like
Pop-up Sunday, and just play it, do the thing, man. You know, but I do have that link. I do have that little phrase on the page. If you want me to do another workshop, that's what's up.
Yes, you should definitely.
Will said, what type of files is it?
It's a SoundCloud.
Okay.
Oh, it's SoundCloud. Okay, yeah, is that bad?
Well, for me, it's certain links when people send it to me. That's how my first computer died.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh.
So I don't try to do them because Mr. Dot will look at me real crazy, like, you know,
and apples your fault.
Not cheap. Like apples are not cheap, so I don't try to do things. I love.
Yeah, but if you guys get a chance, though, go check out my YouTube page, the new lyric video, Spryte the MC, spell it with a Y, the MC, spell it out, EMCEE. It's cool. I've had it for 2 days. I've had like 500-600 views on it, so I'm pretty happy. I don't understand how you can have like 4,000 followers and only 600 watch your video. I'm like, man, I'm depressed. I'm like, I've only 600 watched it out of 4,000. Makes me sad.
She's saying she's doing the dang thing. Y'all better pay attention.
It just made me sad, but the lyric video was really good. Jay's Fire did that for me, and it took him about a week and a half. So, and the Catwoman Poison Ivy cipher, that's on Dynamic Music YouTube. You just type in Dynamic Music, and it's cipher number 8 is the Marvel Comics, and I'm the third verse. First is Spider-Man and Venom, and then we got Batman and Joker, and then Catwoman and Poison Ivy. I'm the only girl with like 5 UK boys, so
right.
I'm the girl. You can definitely tell which one's me.
Yeah, you can. You can tell which
one. It was so fun, dude. Recording it was so fun. It was so fun. I'm glad you watched it, Shay, because I always get nervous when like other women watch my music. I get nervous. Like the boys, I expect them to be like, it's okay, because girls are going to judge me harsher than the boys are. The boys are going to be like, okay, yeah, she's a good rapper, or no, she's a shit rapper. Girls are going to be like,
You worry about trying to get the 5th and 6th one to judge.
Hello.
Yeah, that's true.
Because see, that's something I also tell people too. Don't ever feel bad about your craft. That's your craft. That's your gift God gave you. And if nobody don't like it,
right. Yeah.
Right.
That's your craft.
That's true.
You're right, Will. Don't download everything.
Can't download everything, he said. That's funny.
I don't be trying to. I got like 3 computers. I don't be trying to. Oh, he said, I want to hear Spryte and Chris collab.
Me and Chris are working. I am sending him the beat on Monday. Chris Nonsense, just watch your email for that. Yes, I am doing a collab with Chris. We talked about it last week and confirmed it. I also have a song coming out with Ty the Tyrant, Lex Lethal, and Kevin Jackson. VA Savage and me are doing a song right now. So it's collab month for me, October, November. And then I'm working on my solo EP that's coming out in January. 13 songs, just me. And then I've got the Fierce Female album coming out in March. And then hopefully I'm moving to Europe. And then I'll figure out what I'm doing after that. But I got 2 albums coming out before then.
You busy.
I'm busy.
You need a manager at this point.
I know I'm emailing one, but I'm scared to send it to her. Miss Shay gonna be like, Spryte, listen, I can't manage you. You're over 30. I want young girls. I had a manager tell me I would manage you if you were 10 years younger because now you 2 set in your ways. I'm like, well, are you serious? I'm like the easiest person. You tell me to do something, I do it because I know you work for me.
He's just telling you that because he don't know how to market a grown woman.
Dude, I'm a great white hype. Sprite, obey your thirst.
I
There's so
got
many
you right
twists with lemon and lime you can do on me for real.
Right. No, and it's not with us. We don't care nothing about age. I'm gonna tell you something. Music don't got no age, baby.
That's true. That's true.
Music
When
don't
I was
got no
coming to the review shows, they had no idea my music was 10 years old.
Wow.
And don't tell them.
Yeah, exactly.
I did after a few shows, but yeah, they couldn't believe
No,
it.
don't tell nobody nothing. It's
But they know now.
what's old to you is new to me.
Exactly.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely.
No, don't tell them. We don't be tripping like that. We don't trip about no age because right now we have let me get all our artists together. We have
Rugrats is doing a project called Billie Jean. Shit, Billie Jean's not my love.
we have
Oh my goodness.
Gorilla, we have Trill Spitter, Rilla G, Ravo, Remedy Cold Sweat, and we just got Louis Lansky.
Oh yeah, Louis Lansky.
So
Those are some names, man.
Louis Lansky.
So so like with Trill Spitter, I've been knowing him. He's been in the game a long time, so we've known each other 10 plus years. So when I first met him, he did a show that I was doing here in Houston, and no lie, they were rapping, and a tree fell on his brother, and his brother caught a concussion while they were rapping.
Okay.
Yep. So, and I've been knowing them that long, and so he'll tell anybody, Miss Shay is like. And we were honored when he asked us to manage him. And he'll tell anybody she's straightforward. She's going to tell you what it is. She's going to grind for you. She's going to work hard for you. That's why when I'm on here now, I hear a lot of people say they management. A manager should know how to market you, period.
Mm-hmm.
When they get to know you, they should know how to market you. They should know what lane to market you in and how to approach it. Period.
True. Very true.
Period. Point blank. Okay. Was just talking to Mello about how and yes indeed.
Oh, okay.
So this was a good interview right here. Got that girl Spryte the Emcee. Can you please hit us with some of them lyrics from that song? Pay attention.
Pay attention. Knock, knock. Who is it? It's Spryte. Giving you everything I know that you like. I'm cat like when I'm on the mic. Pounce when I'm ready. I'm like the Third Reich. Snake like I like to slither through your brain. Trying to explain why you got that migraine. Turn the music up so you feel sane. My rhymes burn cleaner than that fucking propane. Me, I campaign for the underground. Raw Riddle Records, how we keep them spellbound. I've uncrowned all the other MCs. No worries now. And those boys study me. Could it be? I was thinking about something else I could start it. I was gonna freestyle. Could it be just Shay and me sitting on the top radio Saturday, please? I was gonna go off on a freestyle because I was
see how she did that? She ain't have to say I needed no beat.
Okay.
Hold on, let me think about it.
Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay.
Yep.
Spryte coming to a stage near you.
Hey. Absolutely. So excited. I'm so excited to get back out and do some touring and stuff around the Midwest, Detroit, Chicago. I want to hit those open mics up. You know what I mean? Like Gary, Indiana. And I'm going to be down in Texas in Livingston, November 1st to the 10th. So where are you guys from Livingston?
We're oh, wow. What? 4 hours away? We're on the where I am, Miss Keisha and Stay Ready there in Houston. We're on the outskirts of Houston. We're like what?
2 or 3 hours probably.
Like an hour and a half away.
Does Houston have open mic nights on Thursdays and Fridays where I can come in, show up and be like, hey, put me up, give me a beat?
I'm gonna tell you how you find open mics in Houston. Look on Eventbrite.
Okay, Eventbrite. Cool.
Yeah, that's how you find open mics. I did a show.
Yeah, because New World Stars down there too, and I want to see those girls, Tanya and Judy. I gotta go see Tanya and Judy. I gotta stop through and see y'all. Then I'm gonna come back to Wisconsin because I'm DoorDash and I can work in any city. I can work anywhere I want. Stay in my hotel, go work 6 hours, and boom, I'm gone. I'm
she gonna be out there like at 59, like going towards King.
We can make new beats and run it. There you go. There you go right there. There you go right there. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's so many good artists on here.
Yeah. You guys got some talent coming through. I love it. I love hearing Frank Mills' new work, man, and Triple Stack's new albums coming out. Rustin's got an album dropping October 16th. Ty the Tyrant's got a new video coming out October 15th. Soul Clutch's album just came out. Like, I've got 64. I got a notebook with 64 artists, all indie artists, independents, that I listen to and I promote, right? 64. And my good friend James says, pick 20. go to 20. I'm like, I can't pick just 20. There's too many good ones.
All right.
64.
So you guys, we got Miss Stay Ready Killer. She got to lead a building
Yes, I
and go.
Have fun at your
the
birthday
training.
party.
Oh, with your
Yeah.
grandbaby.
She's 6.
She's sick.
Yeah, I
Happy
just wanna-
birthday, KK.
Yes, to my
Birthday,
grandbaby,
boo-boo.
Leilani Gill. Yes, happy birthday, sweetie. Spite, I just want to let you know that it was a super duper great pleasure meeting with you. You are a true white height. And when I say that, no real talk, I say that in a way to where you are very smart, you're very talented, and I just want to tell you to keep up the good work. Keep sending us music. Shay mentioned earlier in the show that I'll be doing a gospel show on Sundays. Whenever we get that started. So please submit some gospel music so we can go ahead and put that out there as well. Our music is good music. Our music is art. You know what I'm saying? So if there are any other artists out there who have some gospel rap, submit it, and Miss Shay will let me know. How we're gonna get this thing going, and I'm really excited about it. Again, it was nice meeting you, and we'll talk soon.
Likewise.
All right, y'all have a
Yes.
good one. Bye, Miss.
Yes.
Stay ready.
All right, because before and then I gotta say this too to some artists. I've been getting some music submitted to me, and it's been the same beats from certain artists are sending in the same song, but it's different artists with the same beat.
Oh, see, that's why you don't lease beats, man. I can't preach that enough. Buy them exclusive. Pay the extra $100.
And I've been on TikTok, and a couple of songs that are up here, like one particular song up here, somebody's using that same beat on TikTok.
Wow.
What's the most you paid for a beat? Put it in the chat, folks. What's the most you paid for a beat? I bet you I got you a beat. LOL.
Yes. All right, Miss Ready.
She's singing. You see her singing in the background.
She turned her mic on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we and we got a lot of that, and that okay. He say them damn internet beats.
Yeah, you get them off YouTube, and then you try. Yeah, man.
He say stop downloading them YouTube type beats.
I'm trying to tell you, Chris. Yes, please stop doing that. And then when you download the beat, and then you use the song, and then when it get played, and then you feel some type of way because somebody else have it. No, stop doing that. Stop leasing that. Y'all need to come to the workshop and find out why you don't lease beats.
$10. You don't lease beats.
$10.
I don't understand why someone would want to have something for just 10 years, especially if you plan on being in the business for a minute. Like I had someone today, I lease all my beats because in 10 years, I'm going to be going a different direction. Okay, friend, you might be in a different direction, but that one song might be the one that you don't want to lose. I'm just saying.
Right.
No, and then
real talk.
You know what I'm saying? You don't. He said I paid $100 before, but the most of our stuff is in-house. Cool. Invest in yourself. Yeah, for real. Invest in yourself. If you really want to do music, you really should invest in yourself. And then the thing is, even with the lease beats, come on now.
$100. The most I paid for an exclusive was $1,500. $1,500, bitches. And it's my beat, and I own it. Because the dude was like, I want $2,500. I'm like, for real? I'll give you 15 right now. He's like, what? I'm like, I'll give you 15 right now. And he thought I was joking. He thought he'd name some crazy price that I wouldn't pay it. I'm like, Spryte's got ducats. I'm going to pay. So I gave him $1,500 and I bought it. I love it.
See, that's what I'm saying. You do not want to lease a beat.
And it belongs to you, and you can make money off of it in the future.
And it don't, but see, when you lease it, it don't belong to you. It still belong to the producer.
When you buy it, like Spryte bought it, it belongs to her. It goes in her catalog, and she can make money off of it.
Hit that what Chris said for me, Keisha?
He said, I saw a post the other day, 100 beats for $30.
Okay, hit the one Chris said.
Right here. The thing I hate the most are artists whose music is talking about getting and spending the bag, but they too cheap to pay for
No doubt. How about it?
They too cheap to pay for beats. So they don't spend on the bag, but they ain't gonna pay for beats.
You like me with some artists be talking about you got a Bugatti, can't spell it.
Oh, dude. I had an MC named Emcee Gip, G-I-P, okay, in Youngstown, Ohio. I walk in the club with like 6 mofos, all big black brothers. I'm the only white girl in the sea. We walk in, I come up, I'm like, hey, I want to get in the battle. And the girl looks at me and goes, you want to be in the battle? I'm like, man, don't give me the black girl attitude. Yes, I know it's $50. Yes, I know it's 500 payout. Here's my $50. These guys are going to back me. Tank and Dre are like, just put her in. So they put me in, we get inside. Dude's up on the mic telling me he gonna fuck me in his Cadillac. I saw him pull in a Saturn. Then he starts talking about how fly his bitch is. The girl was 500 pounds in a Saturn. So first of all, you on the mic telling me this and that about a Cadillac and how you gonna get me and your hot girl. But you came in a Saturn with a big girl. What you talking about? And I called him out on the battle. I won it. I came right back and I'm like, man, you talking about that Cadillac? I see you in a Saturn with the fat. I went right at him to the gutter. And I won. Because he was lying. He was lying on the mic, man.
Do they even make Saturns anymore?
No. This was in 2006, but still. It was in 2006, but still.
Look, they still got Saturns. I've seen some in Detroit when I've been up there.
Man, but why?
Saturns, they ain't for sale.
That's another thing we should talk about. Rapping on the mic. If you rapping, like, okay, there was this dude freestyle against me. He talked about his Volkswagen Jetta. And afterward at the bar, we did some shots. I'm like, so how you like the Volkswagen? He's like, what you talking about? I'm like, you said something about a VW. He's like, no, I just rhymed with what I was rapping with. I'm like, but you said I'm pushing a VW. Pushing means you driving it. He's like, no, I ain't got no VW. I'm like, what the fuck? Why you say that shit? I believe what comes out of a person's mouth. Mr. Dot's coming in.
We got Mr.
Like, what?
Dot in the building.
Mr. Dot, what's up?
What's up?
He's gonna weigh in on
I'm
this.
reading what Will Smith is saying. My chain, my car, my girl, my money, but got a beat a beat tag. Oh my gosh.
See that? That's what I'm saying.
Smith
Okay,
Kevin
hit that what
Kevin.
Kevin said.
I'm looking at it now. So you can always buy two beats and then combine them to make a totally new beat.
Well,
Just have to be open-minded on the type of sound you're looking for. That's interesting. Have you ever done that before?
Okay, you can always buy two beats, then combine them to make them totally new beats. Just be open. I wouldn't do that though.
Because you pay for that beat that you start chopping and mixing stuff, you might be into a copyright issue with someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'll drop the beat out if I buy the beat and it's an exclusive to me, and I want to drop the beat at one point, or I want to, so I can do that with my engineer and say that. But most of the beats, honestly, Miss Keisha, I went in the studio and started rapping, and my producer built the beat around me. Gossip Bitches, that was built around me. Creature Beautiful, I rapped it, and he built the beat around me. I was like, oh, put a flute in there, put some strings in there. I built them. I customized my beats in the studio at the time of creating the song.
I love watching the part where they're producing and they're making the beats, and they use the different instruments in there to
James Brown's drummer, Clyde Stubblefield, rest in peace, Clyde, love you. He died in Madison, Wisconsin in 2002. But I worked with him on a song, and it's called Values, Morals, Drugs, and Sex. And at the beginning of the song, because it's James Brown's drummer, I mean, this is the godfather of funk. The drum bass in funk is Clyde Stubblefield. And he saw me at a show. He's like, girl, can you rap as fast as I can drum? I'm like, who the hell are you? He's like, my name's Clyde Stubblefield. You know who James Brown is? I'm like, James Brown, ow, I feel good, James Brown. And he's like, yeah, I'm his drummer. I'm like, man, you like 70 years old. He's like, man, I'm 81. I'm like, shit, let's go, bro. So we hooked up. We went in the studio. And at the beginning of the song, you hear me say, hey, can you slow it down a little bit? And he's like, oh, chicken, 1, 2, 3. And he starts with that drum track. He built the drum track around the song, the words I was saying, and he just kept drumming and recording while I just kept rapping.
That's the music. That's a real musician.
That's so fun. So fun.
Oh, hit that statement from Chris.
Okay. The fact pay your producer is even a thing is blasphemous to the legacies of many great producers we've had over the years. Artists need to realize without us, there is no song. Producers need to go on strike and force all rappers to rap a cappella.
And that's how I started, with a beatbox.
Because I
don't need a beat. Give me a beatbox.
Yes,
I was watching how they were
acapella.
putting together Michael Jackson's album and all the musicians that were used to put together that album. And I was like, in my mind, I'm thinking, you can't do anything unless they come together. These musicians come together and put together that sound. And so you got to have that sound to make it just right. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, what if all musicians do go on strike? What y'all gonna That is a good question, you know?
It's gonna be some horrible music.
That's true. Yeah, I give a lot of respect to my producers, and I've worked with 8 producers in 30 years. The shortest one was probably 3 years, and the longest one was 9 years. And
Right.
you like when I called Nick at 6 a.m. for Gossip Bitches, he knew. Damn it, she wants to get in right now. This is when it's coming. The baby's coming. You feel I'm about to deliver some shit. We need to get this song done. And I walked in there. I was like, okay, I want chickens. I want you to get chicken sounds from a farm. Chick, little chickens, little bitches. I want gossip chickens. I want little. I want the noises. And he's looking at me like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, this Trisha chick was talking shit about me. And he's like, all right, Spryte, just rap it. Just start. I'm like, okay. And I just sat there for 12 minutes and kept saying it over and over. And then he started to build that weird ass, the beat is so janky. I brought on Jeezy Radio, and Eddie Cutts was like, that is the weirdest beat I've ever heard. I'm like, right, because it was built around my weirdness.
Right.
That's why it's weird. It's my weirdness.
Man, producers.
So what do you? Yeah. Okay. So what y'all think about Salt and Pepper situation with Spinderella? Give me a little insight on that. Give me a little.
What about her trying to get her master's or something? What happened?
What happened with that?
It's just kind of like when you see, for me, when I saw the situation, Salt and Pepper, they were the MCs, but Spin, she played a part in that too. And
you feel from the movie? You're talking about from the movie?
I'm just talking about.
No, she was terminated from Salt and Pepper.
Right. How she was, because my thing is, when you think of Salt and Pepper, and this is me, when I would listen to their music growing up, I always said Salt and Pepper and Spinderella. I always put them together. I never said Salt and Pepper. You gotta have Spinderella in there.
Yep.
Yeah, you need a Spinderella. Y'all asses couldn't spend no damn stuff.
I was like,
I mean, let's just tell the truth. They couldn't spend nothing.
That's true.
What did they spend?
Cheryl and Sandra were good, but without Spin, there wasn't nothing.
I'm like, you gotta give Spin her.
You have to give her credit. And here's the thing: Salt and Pepper was so victimized by Herbie Lovebug that they didn't pay attention to what was going on with them anyway.
Right.
I mean, without her, I mean, when you see Salt and Pepper, you're gonna think about Spinderella. You're gonna look at that as a 3-team duo.
Right.
That's how you look at that. You know what I'm saying?
A huge part. You're so
DJs
right.
are important.
Jazz and Jeff, Fresh Prince. We thought about.
So you gonna tell me? Y'all tell me. Pepper was gonna go behind there and spin them records.
Right. No. And Spin was a real DJ. She scratched, she mixed, she mastered. She wasn't just up there holding the record and putting a needle on the record like, boom, let's hear some beats. She actually was a mix master.
But y'all need to not. I mean, my thing is, why get on Spinderella? Hell, y'all needed her. Hell, the other DJ y'all had was sleeping with Herbie Lovebug. Come on now. What? Y'all know I speak. Y'all know I'm gonna tell it like it is. I don't care.
So Spin's suing them. That man, I hope she wins because she was just as much Run DMC, Jam Master J, Run DMC. I mean, you couldn't be Run and Daryl without Jay. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace.
A lot of times, a lot of these artists, I'm gonna say this, y'all DJs are a real important part of what you do. They are a real important part of what you do. They play their role. They do what they do. They your DJ. They make sure you get to where you at. They make sure that you sound good. Yep. You know, that's a part of management too, but you can't do nothing without you. I've never ever heard Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff argue. Never heard.
Two turntables and a microphone. That's what I grew up on. You give me a live DJ any day besides a CD stuck in a thing. I would love to go and do a show with a live DJ.
But you never heard them argue. You never heard them argue. You never heard the DJs that Wu-Tang had argue. You never heard that. You know what I'm saying? You never heard that. And it's sad that y'all went through so much history together that all this sisterhood, that's what's wrong with women in the music game. Ain't no sisterhood.
Right.
All this sisterhood you supposed to have. Now you got to sue women that you grew in the industry with because y'all bickering.
Yeah.
Give that girl her part. She traveled just like y'all.
Yeah.
She was away from her family just like y'all. She sacrificed her children just like y'all. Get a girl her just due. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
That's what happens though. That
I mean,
happened.
it's the music industry, and they play each other against each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
I
This
hope
is
my Fierce Female albums brings us girls together. Like the
I
7 women I've
know.
found. I hope
Mhm.
it's, VA Savage and Diamond do a song. I hope Awkward Jazz cooks up with Katie. I hope
Right.
Ginger Phoenix is singing with every one of my girls. Like I want my vocalists and my producer. I
Collaboration.
want them. Yes, I want those collabs to come out because that's what I want to hear. Like me and VA Savage are working on a beat right now, and she produces, mixes, masters, makes the beat, everything. So it's like her. You hear her tag VA Savage.
It
It's in the
was.
beat and then her, and then I come in, and she's got this
Exactly.
sweet, sexy, sultry voice, and I'm like raw like a tomboy. Oh,
Right.
it's good, man. It's good. It's about talking to people about being jealous about what's
Right.
going on with you. It's
Right.
good. I'm laying my verse on Sunday. I'm nervous. I'm excited. Tomorrow's
Don't be
studio
nervous.
time.
You're very
Right.
talented. You got that.
Thank
Okay.
You got
you.
that.
Even Eric B and Rakim broke up. Yeah.
Man, I would get up on Saturdays to watch Yo MTV Rap, and my
I
favorite show to
know.
watch was Eric B and Rakim Juice. When they come on and seeing him
Yep.
stand on there, I was like,
Yep.
"Oh man, I'm a do 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 do."
Yep.
But
Look,
a lot
I
of
was
these,
going.
yeah, but a lot of these artists broke up because of labels.
Yep.
Because and then it was poor management. Then
Don't sweat the technique, man.
it was poor management.
Oh,
Then.
good.
It was poor management back in the day. It really, really was. It was poor management. It wasn't any good management. It wasn't any good foundations. It's just a lot of good groups broke up because of poor management.
Yeah. We have not been talking for 2 hours. Have we been talking for 2 hours?
Yeah, we've been talking.
I
Yeah.
thought it was like 45 minutes. I just looked at my phone. I'm like, well, I'm back. I told work I'll be back in an hour, but I'm door dashing, so I make my own schedule. I can't believe it's been 2 hours. I thought it was like 45 minutes.
Yep.
Mr. Don,
Girl.
are we that chatty Cathy?
Baby,
Hey,
the
time-
tower get down like that
Time fly when you having fun.
when you having fun,
Yep.
baby. You getting these good questions.
can't believe that.
It's just the thing of with me, and like I said, I eat, sleep, breathe music. I love
Me
music.
too.
It's just the thing of
Me
people
too.
need to understand. Music is a wishy-washy type of situation. You got to have the right type of people on your team. Come, hit Miss Shay and Mr. Dada, Miss Keisha, and all this stuff. Hit up the Tower Crew and come say, "Yeah, I want another music workshop." I'll tell you some things.
She
Yeah.
will. I said it on the first one, and I learned a lot. And I think as an artist, you do need to know something about the industry that you're getting into. You
Right.
can't just go into any industry blind. If you do, then you run the risk of having some of these deals that some of these other artists I have out there that are not good deals.
Trying
like
to tell
you
you, become the
signing your
one hit
life away.
wonders, the one hit wonder,
Yeah.
and then you be wondering why you only got one award sitting
Right.
on your cabinet, and then you in that line talking about you want sauce on your burger.
Right.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've been doing it for a long time, but there's probably
Yep.
stuff that I've forgotten because, like I said,
Right.
I've been retired since 2015. I didn't record
Mhm.
in 6 years. I stepped in the booth a month ago and recorded on that international cipher Catwoman. That was the first verse I laid. And then I did a song called Confessions. And
Right.
now I'm recording collabs. So literally I've recorded 4 verses since I've been back. And I've only been back for 6 months. So I'm not, there's probably a lot of the business side that I don't know anymore because I haven't been hustling and grinding on my
Right.
music. Not like I've been. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, Soundstream, like, do I even have a Soundstream? I got ASCAP. I got my distribution guy. I got my, but I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. Come to that workshop, you're gonna learn about that SRC.
What up, heavy metal trap? Pretty boy. He
Man,
got some pipes. My goodness.
It's just some stuff, that a lot of artists need to know, and I always, me, myself, like I said, from working from a label, I push artists to stay independent. I do. I push them to stay independent. That's, you want to
smart. Look at Dax and look at Tom McDonald. Look at, for real.
Right.
Look at Tech Nine.
ASCAP is
Tech's
good.
doing great, and he's independent. Tech ain't on the label, does he?
ASCAP is good. Yeah, ASCAP is a good thing to have. ASCAP is a good thing to have. Yeah, so I mean, independent. I push that a lot. Independent. That's the way you want to go. That's the way. You don't have to break your money off with a lot of people. You make the set price on what you want to pay and who you want to pay. But if you blow up independent, there is fees for management that you have to pay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Spryte say we be laughing when she say that.
So
But it's
Spryte,
true.
Spryte, when you first got into this industry and you started rapping, what were some of the things that you would do to build up your artistry? Like, would you do ciphers? Would you go to, for a young cat that's getting into the game and, you want to make sure that you are able to spit and you're able to withstand and do so many bars?
Practice.
You-
All
Okay.
the time. Practice, practice, practice. Like when you're at home, you put instrumentals on and you practice, you deliver. And freestyle might not be off the dome anymore because y'all stand together with no beat and y'all screaming poetry at each other. You call that a battle. To me, a battle is in a bar, in a club, with a DJ, spinning for 45 seconds, and then you spit, and then the other guy goes 45 seconds, and it's off the dome. That to me is like that wordplay practice. So like for me, because I started rhyming when I was 8, 9 years old, I had the cows in the backyard and my brother and sister as my crew. I had my brother and sister and the cows, and that's who I rapped to with my screwdriver. And I rocked that crowd. I rocked the cows and I rocked my brother and sister's world. Then when I hit 14, a couple of the black boys started hearing me cipher, and they were like, what you freestyling about, cracker? I'm like, why you call me cracker? And like, because you're white like a cracker? I'm like, man, I don't use the N-word to call you. I don't call you blacker or asphalt. Like we always had problems with that. I'm like, why you guys didn't say that? Right. And then my girl Tabitha and me were friends for a long time. And when I was 17, it was I lost battles for like 7 months. I couldn't win a battle because I was a white girl against all black boys. And every black guy had more guys in the crowd that won. I'd walk in with like 5 or 6 crew members, but I couldn't sway the crowd. I couldn't get the crowd to feel me because I was not in their world. But I could take what the guys spit at me and I could regurgitate it. I could bring it back at them, right? And I could take all their negativity and throw it back at them. Right. And practice, like get your wordplay down, know your wordplay. And if you write a song, don't go in the booth and read it off the paper, like rhyme it from your soul, like get those words down. If it takes an extra month for you to get your song out because you can't read it, do that. But the reason I think the most important thing in hip hop, and some people are probably gonna think I'm stupid, is street credibility. What do people say about you when you aren't around? Exactly. Because I know for a fact when my name comes up with anybody, Chris Nonsense, Triple Stack, Eddie Cuts, these people I haven't met yet, but I've been networking with for the last 6 months to a year, or my guys in Chicago and Milwaukee and Minneapolis, that have worked with me 20 years ago, 10 years ago. If they meet up and my name pops up, I know damn well if someone says something bad about me, one of those boys is going to stand up for me because they know me, because I am consistent. Be consistent with who you are. If you're a gangster and you play a gangster on your song, then always be a gangster. If you're a nice, loving person, then always be a nice, loving person. If you a doormat, you always play the doormat role. Whatever your place is, you know what I'm saying? Own it and rock it. Because I've always been a loudmouth. I'm a Spryte, man. I am energy incarnate, right? So I'm always like this. Even on my darkest days, I suffer from depression. I suffer from PTSD. I do not take pharmaceuticals for it. I meditate, I do yoga, I run, and I smoke weed. That's how I deal with it. But my music has always been consistent. You listen to one of my first songs, Why You Want a Girl, from 1999. First song I ever recorded, 1999. Or you listen to a new song I just recorded with Ty the Tyrant, you still hear Spryte. I'm not faking it out. I've never faked it out. In 27 years of recording, my shit has always been authentic. And that's what I tell new rappers. Find out who the fuck you are and then spit it with all your heart.
Exactly.
I love it. Love it. So be your authentic self.
Yes. In everything you do.
Right.
If you own a Saturn, own that shit. I be rocking in my Saturn with 45 miles per gallon in that shit. Own that.
You say a Saturn, yeah.
Don't pretend you got a Cadillac when you a Saturn. And if you on a freshman album, be on that freshman album. You know what I'm saying? If you've done 20 albums, then you better come with that 20 albums. Like it just, you just got to be real, man. You just gotta be real.
And that's what it is. You got to be real in the game. You can't be, I always said, and I say it a lot of times all the way, you got to be official. You cannot be artificial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a good way to say it.
Because artificial shit is always toxic. I want official shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best way, you gotta be. You can't, if you spit about your life. That's one thing about NWA that I liked, is that everything that they rapped about, it happened to them.
Yes.
It happened.
And that's why it was so good, man. Like when Tupac and Snoop did that collab, Two of America's Most Wanted, when Snoop was going through the murder trial and Tupac was going through his drama. Two of America's Most Wanted. That song in that moment with those two MCs was the realest songs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man, ain't nothing but a gangster party. Like that was real.
Exactly.
In the courtroom getting up out that chair.
You know that was a video though, because you know if he was up in that real courtroom, that bailiff would have tackled him. I know
right?
That. Y'all know that.
He would have got tackled with the quickness, Shay.
I know. And see, like Chris Nonsense just said, if y'all don't chuckle or laugh during every song I make, I ain't doing my job. Because that's Chris Nonsense. He is funny. He's video game. Like our collab, I'm gonna send him the beat on Monday, Chris. And you can do funny dorky squad stuff, or I can come to the dork side. You know what I'm saying? I can cross over and be a dork for a day. For sure.
Okay. I'm reading what he said. He said, I mean, Easy was really on that, but Cube, I don't know. LOL. I get what y'all saying. Oh, okay. No, I mean, on that NWA movie, honestly and truly, though, I got everything that was going on. Honestly and truly, if you really look at that movie, and when I looked at that movie, I just didn't look at it because it was NWA. I looked at it for really the logistics of it and what was going on. If you really look at it, Ice Cube was the smartest one. He really, really was. He was the smartest one out of all of them.
Oh, yeah. He was the first one to be on TV. He was the first, yeah.
But see, and what I liked about him, he was the first one to know that they was being fucked.
Yep. Who was it we were talking about that got a scooter and $500?
That was a New Edition.
New Edition. Everybody in the chat, if you didn't know, now you know. New Edition, like, signed a deal for $500 on a scooter. I had to Google it. They were right. Telling the truth.
It was scooter. It was a scooter. Yeah. You know, and then honestly and truly, yeah, that was on our last show. Honestly and truly, Maurice Starr didn't want anybody but Ralph Tresvant. He didn't even want them, the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's a lot and it's a lot to it. And I mean, that's why I say with these labels, by all means, if you want to go with a label because a label can pay for certain things and back certain things, rest assured you're gonna pay that back.
Right.
You ain't working.
That's true.
You're gonna pay that chick back.
Yeah.
10 times more than what you got.
Mm-hmm.
That's why y'all always say it's better to just be independent.
It's better to be.
It's a lot more work, but it's definitely worth it. Like when I wrote my contracts out, we did a little play on words. Okay, so Mike Hawk, that was my DJ's name. So we got Emcee Spryte with Mike Hawk. You guys get it? It's Spryte in my cock. Mike Hawk. What you say, my cock? No, I said Mike Hawk. So my DJ's name was Mike with a different last name, but my DJ was Michael Hawk because I'm all into those riddles. Like guys that don't give me credit for bars, you need to listen to my bars because I do double meanings a lot more than y'all think. But Mike Hawk was my DJ. And when I would yell that out, you know, in Boulder, Colorado, at a rave, 6,000 people, I'd be like, what's up, everybody? It's Spryte on the mic. I got my DJ Mike Hawk. Dude, everybody, like, man, they'd be like, what's she saying? Is she talking about my cock? No, Mike. My DJ Mike. Mr. Hawk. You know him, right? Yeah.
Right. Oh my goodness. That is
But that was back in 2003, 2004, 2005, you know, back in the good old days when I was a naughty girl. I'm not naughty no more.
I'm reading I'm laughing and reading comments. Okay, most artists don't understand how to obtain leverage with their brand. They want to be in business but don't own their business. Exactly.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you what they look at though in the labels. When you go, like we've had people come and sit down. Like I said, I did work in label 5 years, and we've had people come and sit down at the table. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what most artists do. And a lot of times I get real mad with the artist and I'm like, okay, I work for this label, but I don't want to tell this artist don't do this. And sometimes if I know I see that you got it when I was working for the label, I'll kind of make a private meeting with you and your management. And the first thing is I get on the management because we had one person, he came in, he signed it. He didn't read nothing. He just signed it. I'm like, hey, Kevin, how you doing? I'm like,
oh, that's one of my producers in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I'm like, okay, you signed this, you didn't read it. Management just sitting back. So I was like, okay. I called him. I said, let me have a meeting with y'all. So the next time I had a meeting, I told the manager, I said, you're dumb as hell.
That's what you said.
You
She
dumb
probably
as
she
hell.
did say that. I'm gonna tell you, she said it.
You dumb as hell. You sat there and you allowed your client to sign something and he don't even know what he's signing.
Oh, he didn't read through it.
No.
He didn't read anything.
Oh, geez. He just signed it because he was $500 on a scooter. I'm like, whoa.
No, there was no money. Here's the
Don't
thing.
sign nothing,
Label,
man.
exactly. The label that I work for, and I used to get on the owners of the label. I'm like, why are y'all giving people 80-20 contracts, 70-30 contracts, and y'all don't even got a damn dollar?
Right. Right.
You gonna pay me if you ain't got nothing?
Right.
So, I was like, and the manager was like, well, I really don't know how to manage it. He my friend. I said, okay. There it is right there. When you got to separate the two.
Yeah.
You can't be a friend and be a manager at the same time.
Right.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I tried it, and the dude was getting $700 a show. I was getting he would charge $1,000 to get Spryte for a 45-minute set, right? I do like 10 songs, 45-minute set with Mike. Mike I would throw Mike 100. I'd take 200 because I thought dude was getting like 400 or 500 a show. He was getting 1,000 per show for 45 minutes of my time and Mike's time. Mike could get 100. I get 200. He'd take 700. And then finally, one of the boys at the rave was like, Spryte, $1,000 for 45 minutes, girl, that's a lot of money. I'm like, 1,000. Who the fuck? What you say? Rick's getting $1,000. Who told you that? Man, Andrea told me that Keisha, her boyfriend's brother, sister, cousin, was getting $1,000. Man, I walked right through that ballroom, right up to I was like, Rick, how much you get paid for the show? He's like, what you talking about? I'm like, how much you get paid? He's like, man, you get $300, $200 for you, $100 for my. How much do you get? And I looked at him and I did that Spryte stare, like, go ahead and lie to me, motherfucker. Lie to me, because you know I'm gonna know. I'm a spiritual being. I ain't no human being. I'm a spiritual being. He looked at me, goes, man, I charged him $1,000, man, but we got overhead. And I'm like, overhead? What the fuck? Gas in your car?
What overhead do you
What
have?
overhead? They paid for the flyers. The venue paid for the flyers. The venue paid for the sound. My security, I paid out of pocket because after I got kidnapped from dude, I was $75 for two boys for 2 hours. I was making sure I had someone by me. I didn't go to the bathroom without someone with me for years because I was scared. Wait, and this boy was like, I'm getting $1,000. I'm like, you got $1,000?
You got $1,000 for 8
he
shows?
should have for 10 shows. He should have got 100. I should have gave Mike 250 and I should have took like 550 is what should have happened. Or Mike should have got 250 and I got 250 and then give him 500. But damn.
And how long ago was this?
Oh, after my 5th album. So 2004. Long time ago.
Yeah. Because I was
15, 20 years ago.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if it was in the state where it would happen was if it was still in 7 years, you could sue him.
Oh, no. That's when I got my lawyer, who I paid $2,500 a year retainer in Chicago, who has gotten me out of 3 felonies. Thank you, Jerry. Love you. Get yourself a lawyer. $2,500 a year. But you know what? If I pay that $2,500 and I never talk to him, I'm happy because I know if I need to, he's there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So no, like, yeah, no. I started doing my own contracts. Jerry wrote me up a contract. He's been with me 18 years now.
Right.
Someone wants me, like I haven't, like, since I've been back, I haven't charged for a feature or collab. Before I left, I was getting about $250 for a feature, and it was $350 for a collab because I would help out with the hook and the verse. I haven't charged for any verses or collabs or anything I'm doing right now because I'm just coming back, and a lot of these people don't know me. But I don't know, for the love of the music, I might not charge for features. Like I've paid 2 artists for features, and I feel really weird. I'm like, man, you've been rhyming for 4 years. I've been rhyming for 30, and I'm going to pay you for a feature? Better respect your elders. But I paid it because I want to be on a song with them, just out of respect. I'm going to do that. But it feels very unnatural for me to pay an artist that's been doing it for 10 years less than me or 20 years less than me. But you know what I'm saying? It feels weird.
Yeah. So. Get your money. I don't care. Get your money.
Yeah.
And the key thing is walk into everything with contracts.
Yeah, I'm learning that.
He got to win.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta win because 9 times out of 10, come to the workshop. I tell you, because 9 times out of 10, most of the time when promoters do shows for you, they get overhead plus door sales.
Oh, and they get like 20% of the bar. Like when I used to shut up myself for shows, I would walk in and say I get 5% of the bar sales. They're like, but you're only performing for an hour. The bar's open from 9 to 2. I'm like, right. But some of them people, a lot of them people, because I come with like 200-300 close friends and followers. And if it's a bigger venue, like when I did Boulder, Colorado, I had a large following there because of MySpace. So when I did Boulder, we took the Mighty Ducks Stadium where they film Mighty Ducks. The stadium holds like 25,000, 30,000 people. We had 6,000 people show up. I guarantee, because the headliner was this girl from Green Bay doing her first show in Boulder, a lot of those people came and paid that $25 and were there all night drinking from 9 o'clock till 4 in the morning. So that bar sale, that 3% of bar sales paid me more than my $2,500 plus my airfare. It was oof. Chris started rapping in 97. Woo,
I saw that. That's what I pulled up.
I know I did too.
I started in 88.
I can show you how to get more.
88.
Really? No, 1986 actually was my first.
Yeah,
Because
I can
my
show you
first
how to get
cassette tape
more.
recording was on 86.
It's ways to get more.
But I mean, I want to put out some good content, and I want to work with artists I want to work with. So, the music industry has been good to me. I've invested all my money from my clothing sales and stuff in the bank, and I have a nice savings account from my music.
Yeah, and start selling tickets. That's what all artists need to start doing. Start selling tickets.
Yeah.
But sell tickets through your team. Let your team go to a venue, ask that person, hey, can I sell tickets for my show? And you let them know all proceeds of tickets come to me, plus your door, plus your bar.
So there's somebody
You're going to make a lot of money. I do have a question. Okay.
In you all's professional opinion, what's more beneficial for an artist signing directly to a major once your brand is started, or going with an India label, building from there, or indie label? Sorry.
Shay, can I go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Indie label, build yourself up. I own Raw Riddle Records. Raw Riddle Records might never be as big as Sony, but I'm independent. If Sony comes at me, I would be like, Raw Riddle Records. Because my followers and stuff now, at my point, at 3 decades in this business, building up my following and my brand is Spryte, I don't want a label to take me and ghostwrite for me. So Trap, build your label and do it if you can from ground up. That's my opinion. Shay might tell you different, but I'm saying indie all way.
Okay, so you said beneficial for artists to sign directly. Okay, I'm gonna tell you the difference. The difference between signing with a major label. Here's the thing: if you sign with a major label, they're gonna give you a royalty check. Your royalty check may consist of maybe $150,000 to sign. Okay. Here's the thing: 9 times out of 10, if you go in there and you sign with the label and you don't have management, they're going to give you their management. So a label's management is going to automatically kick off 20%. And the reason why they're going to start at 20%, and it's not against the law for a label's manager to charge you 20%. And the reason is because that label is going to secure their bag. They're going to make sure you go past 1 million sales. For that first album, because they gotta recuperate what they got. So with the major label also, after you pay 20% of your sales to a manager, think about you have a road manager to pay, you have an engineer to pay, you have to pay the producer, you have to pay the promoter, you have to pay the person who prints out your flyers, you have to pay the designer, you have to by the time it gets to you, out of all that money, you may not come out with no more than $3,500.
Out of 150,000, 3 zeros, 150,000. Not 1,500.
150. Because they don't give you big signing bonus. The only way you get a big royalty check is they know that you are very, very marketable and you're going to make their money 20 times over.
They want to give me 35,000.
Right. Then independent. The reason why you go independent is because independent people get more sponsors than people on major labels. And they keep sponsorship money. People major labels get sponsors too, but the label gets that money. You don't see it.
Right.
You don't see it at all. And then not only that, the reason why I say you get $3,500 at the end, because you got to pay taxes.
Yep.
And then the reason is, come to the workshop and I'll tell you this part though, I'm going to give you this for free. The label claims you when they do their taxes.
Yep, because you are getting income from them and you are a dependent, not independent, dependent and independent.
Yes. So I hope that answered your question.
Well, you giving out all this stuff. I know your face is burning on the side.
No, he actually stepped out. Okay. Hit that what Chris said.
Yeah, I got it. Here we go. It said it's basically like me giving you money to have your song mastered, but then having you still come back to me to get it mastered.
Basically. And then he said 150K is taxed as well. Yeah, they're gonna tax you for that because it's past $10,000.
So So
Yeah.
why go with a label is the question.
Right.
People-
Ladies, I have to get back to work. It's like
Yes.
10 to 8. I can't believe we talked
Yes,
for 2.5
I know.
hours. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
on the show too.
I
So
just,
you
I want to
guys-
say thank you. I was only going to come in for a half hour, 45 minutes because it's Saturday night for DoorDash. So I'll be making like $30, $40 an hour. I got to get my money until Spotify starts paying me. But I wanted to thank all my friends that came through, like James and Ty the Tyrant and Heavy Metal and Gaza. And thank you so much for supporting me. And Kevin Peters and my girl Naomi was here from Manchester. It's like, I really appreciate that support. And Shay and you guys, I mean, thanks so much for having me. Like when you put up, you were going to do interviews. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to come. Wait, I can't do Friday. It's Fire Friday. Oh my gosh, track of the month. I can't miss track of the month. And I'm really glad I stood up for myself because two of my friends were like, you can't go and I'm like, man, Miss Shay will get it. She knows my heart's in music. I got to be there for that contest. So I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to send that email to you, Shay. And I really want you to pray about it and just really go in your discernment and think about, managing Spryte because it might be fun for you. I might be a handful that you like having. It might be like, oh, my girl Spryte, she crazy. She coming to Texas to DoorDash. Oh, shit. Mr. Dot, we got to put her on the couch. What we going to do with this girl?
Look, I love it. I love it. You said
I
pray
love
about
it.
it.
I enjoy it. Man, I enjoyed this interview with you. This is, women. It's actually the show, it's an interview, but it was women empowerment, and it's letting people know, you never judge a book by its cover. You never know what steps in your way in. And I enjoyed it. And I'm gonna read that email. I'm gonna read it.
Okay, I'm gonna finish writing, and I'm gonna send it to one other person to read it, and I'll be like, should I send it to her? Yeah, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm an Aquarius. I got to do it. If go big or go home. If you're going to do something, do it or don't do it. I don't like half-ass. I don't like, more than 4 to 6 hours a night of sleep because you're going to sleep when you're dead. If you're going to do it, but really commit to it. And that's why I'm happy to be back in music after a 6-year break, but I really had to get that. I had to go to Penn State. I only applied to Penn State because I knew they weren't going to accept me for my master's program because I'm a recovered junkie. I'm a recovered drug addict. They ain't going to accept. And then I got the acceptance letter. And went, shit, sold my house, grabbed my furniture and my kitty cat, and drove across the country to go to college at 35 years old.
Man, let me tell you something. That's just your story. And a lot of times Mr. Dot say people see the glory, but they don't know your story. That's your story. You did what you did. You look at you went to Penn State. We did our thing at Berkeley College of Music. So come on.
Nice. You went to Berkeley.
So it's all about how you how you do things and how you do it. You got this,
Everybody has a story.
We are so honored. And I thank all the new viewers that came on here, please come again. Don't just go because your girl Spryte was on here. Come again and enjoy and sing your music and just learn a little bit more about the Tower. We're here. We support all music. We don't discriminate. We support all music. We want people to get that atmosphere. And we're doing this. If you ever go on our page and you see our motto, it says breaking down walls and barriers for unsigned and underground artists. That's what we're doing. We're breaking down the walls. And I keep telling I let people know we've been in this. The Tower's been on a year, but I've been in the music game 12 years. And I've seen people come, I've seen people go. And we trying to help people. I'm trying to show people how to walk up in them boardrooms and tell them, no, I can stay independent. Yeah. I can work this just like you can. We love to teach that. So, check out these workshops. But to you, Spryte, thank you so much.
I know. I love you guys. If you do the girls show, man, think about having me on for the girls show. I would love to do a weekly powwow on Sundays with you guys. Oh my God, it'd be so fun. Right. Yeah. Oh, Chris Nonsense. Hold on. I'm getting roped in here by the comments. From just an outsider point of view, most labels bring easier access, more exposure in exchange for freedom of choice. Ooh, I don't know about freedom with a label. That's kind of saying jumbo shrimp. The two don't go together. Exchange for freedom of a choice. Me and Heavy talked a lot about creating leverage before even thinking about signing anything. Yeah, but your leverage is your fan base. That's what the label wants, your fan base. Like the first thing when I walked into that meeting with Mike, 20 years ago or whatever it was, 15 years ago, they were like, we noticed your MySpace page, because I was doing shows in New Orleans and Minneapolis and Washington, D.C. I was driving. I met people on MySpace. They give me $200 for gas in a hotel for 2 nights, and boom, I drive from Wisconsin to New Orleans because I was doing a big show in New Orleans. There was only 150 people at the show, but on MySpace, it looked like I was huge, like global globetrotter, right? Because that persona I was putting off, I was traveling all over. Dude, I was driving in my little Ford car with my DJ and his 2 record cases and a bag of clothes, man, for gas money. But I had a big following because I went everywhere. So yeah, the label might give you bigger exposure, but you can expose yourself with the internet now. You can be everywhere. I'm international. I'm in all the countries all over the world right now because I got friends everywhere. You know what I'm
But
saying?
here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand. Labels can make you and break you.
Right.
Oh, take away your freedom of choice. Okay, Chris, I heard
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, a label can make you and break you. They can build you up to the highest and high, and then the first time you start talking about you want your masters and you want out, they break you.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch a lot of those movies. I'm telling you, this is what I watch a lot of music documentaries. I really, really do. I do. I watch a lot of those because it goes. I'm telling you, I eat, sleep. I do watch music all the time. I'm always finding ways to help artists make it. I'm always finding ways to help artists make it. That's what we gotta do. We gotta do that. So I'm
Gotta
doing that
plug it
all the
in.
time, you know. So I don't want to hold Sprite any longer. You
Right.
guys,
Yes, I'm gonna go make some
Work,
money.
work.
Thank you so
Please,
much.
if you guys want to send me a DM to the Top Radio Show DM on Facebook. You send me a DM on Instagram, you can send me messages, emails if you want, for me to do another workshop. Just let me know.
Yes.
I'll do one and I'll break it all down and I'll show you something called campaigning.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So you guys, you'll love to do that. So Sprite, we want to thank you so much for joining us. To all the new viewers that came in, we would love to see you guys' faces again. Is it all 360 deals? You do not want a 360 deal, love.
No.
Even I know that's the worst deal you can
Yeah, that's the worst one you get.
Come to my workshop. I'll break it
Phil's
down.
is that Phil Venner? He's in Dublin, Ireland. That's my boy from Dublin. I'm going over to Ireland next year. I'm gonna go visit him in Gaza. I'm gonna see Lex Leafel in Norway. I'm gonna see James and Naomi in the UK. I'm gonna go over to Ireland to see Ricky P and hang out with Gaza. I'm gonna globe trot. And I'll DoorDash everywhere.
She's going everywhere.
Oh yeah, I got no kids. I got no kids and money. I'm gonna go play. I'm gonna have fun.
He said, "I'll see you then." I know that's right.
All right, I'm gonna go make some money, y'all. Love you.
Bye, Sprite. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
So much.
Bye, Sprite. Be careful.
Shay, I love you guys so much.
Oh,
I
love you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You make me feel included. You make me feel like I'm one of the girls.
Man,
you down to earth. Look, we vibe with you anyway. You down to earth.
We vibe with the Spryte the MC, man. I vibe with everybody on here. Anybody that sends music to me, no lie, and they can tell you, my husband can tell you, I load everything on Live 365. I'm trying to put it all in, but I listen to everybody on here. I get in my truck and I put that Bluetooth on and I'm jamming all of y'all.
That's awesome. I love that. And I love when Pay Attention came on. All you guys were like, you didn't know what to expect. You were like, okay, what is this?
Right.
It's like a workout video. I'm like, no, it's not a workout song. What's wrong with y'all? And then you guys kept jamming. I was like, oh my God.
Look, that's our song. You can't hate. Look, we got to get down to
that beat.
Because in Houston, for us in Houston, all we grew up on was Screw, which we love Screw. R.I.P. to him all day long. We grew up on that, and then we went from Screw to UGK, from UGK to Zero, and we went from that to Gorilla Mob. We went to it's just a lot of good stuff out here.
Mobb Deep was my I love Mobb Deep.
Right.
When dude died, I was so upset when dude died because I was like, no, he was the cute one. I wanted to rap with him. It was like a Tupac moment. I'm like, why did he die? I'm sorry, but back in the day, back in the day in the 90s when I was doing battles, Mobb Deep, that was one, like in Eminem 8 Mile when they threw that record on, that was in so many battles, freestyle in the clubs. They would play that, you'd hear that, boom, we'll be like, oh, ain't no such thing as halfway crooks, here we go. And you had to fight not to say that line because you heard the beat and you were like, everybody knows they don't, because it's just, that was literal. Like they did such a good job with that movie.
How you love it. And see, for us, it was the Ghetto Boys.
Oh God, the Ghetto Boys. I forgot about the Ghetto Boys. I love the Ghetto Boys. Man.
I grew up down the street from Scarface. So it's like,
oh, nice.
So it's like for us, and that's and for us, we love H-Town, man. People love Scarface. You know what I'm saying? He is like the Mecca, of all things. And when
Man,
you
Bushwick
take
Bill, man, they
oh my
came out
God.
in 1986. When I was 10 years old in 86, Bushwick Bill and Ghetto Boys, my dad was like, I don't know if you're going to like these guys. They're kind of crazy. I'm like, oh, they're like Halloween rappers. But I was 10 years old.
But this
So
is
I
your
was like, oh
dad
my God.
introducing you to the music.
Because my
Your
parents
dad.
got divorced and my mom loved country and hated rap music, rap
Right.
crap.
Much
It was
love to you,
just
heavy metal.
starting.
Much love.
Much of the
Yeah.
who?
Heavy metal.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So
But yeah, dude, Bushwick Bill, he was like a Halloween rapper to me because I was a little girl and they were in their 20s at the time, right? They started in their 1920s. So they were probably 10 years older than me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna tell my age. I'm in the 40s though.
Yeah. Oh man, I know people are like,
me and you the same age, Spryte. We the same age.
I figured.
Yeah, I'm older than you in Spryte. So.
You're older than us.
I don't tell my real age though, Miss Keisha. I tell my age that I am. I'm 40. But if you do the math, 1986, if I was 10, you can probably figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
All right, I'm going to go make some ducats.
Yes.
I love you girls, and we will talk
Love
soon.
you,
And I'll
love
see
you,
you on
love
the
you.
Sunday
Be
show.
safe. Be safe out there.
All right.
We're going to do this again. All
Bye-bye.
right. So to everyone, we want to thank you guys for tuning in, hanging out with us. Please come back and watch the show. We're on every Friday at 5:35 p.m. every Saturday. So come in and check us out, and send your music in. We would love to hear from you. And then after Christmas, we will be doing more interview slots. All our slots are filled.
Right.
So we'll be doing more slots. And if you would like for us to do another music workshop, please just send in a DM and let us know. But until then, we will see you guys again. Please wear your mask. Don't give people 6 feet. Give them 50 feet. Always remember to put God first in everything you do. And I always know to each and every artist that is on here, to the viewers, always remember that no one is better than you. We all are equal.
Yep.
God bless.
God bless you guys. Peace out.